We Real Reels. Welcome to We Real Reels, the monthly podcast where we review old movies to find out if they are as good as we remember, or if they forget they were movies at all. I'm your host, Panda Brandon, and with me is my half-brother, the Grizzly Zane,
hey,
and the beautiful Koala Sam.
Hello.
This podcast does contain spoilers, and we'll be discussing the movie at length. This is a mature content podcast, so be prepared for harsh language and awkward situations. All sound clips, music trailers are only used for review purposes and belong to their respective owners. And we're no longer supported by anybody, okay? You get that, guys? We're not brought to you by nobody, all right?
The Collector's Comic Delivery Service.
The Collector's Comic Delivery Service. If you want a comic, you have to have a minimum of 5 series, and I will bring it to you. But that is not entirely true because I'm not traveling across the country. So, this month,
it's just one location, isn't it? Just going to Walmart in Lebanon.
One town, actually. But this month's hypothetical question. What if the Grinch had his memory issue and he stole Christmas every night?
So for Grinch...
That'd be a problem because then he won't be stealing Christmas. He'd just be stealing people's furniture and shit for no reason.
They wouldn't have nothing in their house, bro.
I feel like he would just go through the process of wanting to steal Christmas and do like the whole which Grinch are we talking about? The Grinch that we just did last month. So I think he would tinker with things, but it's not something that he would do it because Christmas isn't every single night. So I don't think that's a very valid hypothetical because Christmas isn't every single night.
He don't know that he forgets.
Yeah. He wakes up and he's got to steal Christmas because it's Christmas in his mind.
Well, I think once he gets down to the actual town and sees that there's no Christmas decorations up, he's just kind of like, there's no Christmas.
There is no Christmas.
He took a tumble down Mount Who.
Mount Crumpet.
Mount Crumpet, yeah.
Mount Who.
Whatever it is.
Let's go ahead and get into our first segment of what you been doing and what you gonna do.
Hey, watch it, pal. What have you been doing? What are you gonna do, huh?
All right, I'll start this one off because I don't have much at all. We closed down the Collectors, but you can still find me at the Collectors Toys on Instagram and Facebook, or on the Action Nerd Network on YouTube, as well as here at We Real Reels. So I'm not dead to the world. I'm still here, guys. Okay. A lot of customers said they're gonna miss me and all this stuff. They wish we can hang out, and I'm like, we can still do that. Like, I don't know. Maybe they just the barrier of shop owner and customer. They just don't want to go past that. They're just like, I wish we can hang out more. It's like, yeah, we can. Just invite me to something. But I had a little funny interaction with my son the other day in the Cub Grayson. He was watching Koala get a foot bath ready, one of those little portable little foot baths together. She's pouring Epsom salt, getting it all warm and all kind of stuff. And he was just looking at it. And I was like, man, you ain't never seen one of those, have you? And he said, yep. I said, oh, yeah. Where? Right here. And I said, well, you got me there. Little motherfucker. I've been on the job search. I had a couple interviews with some plumbing places, and they sound like great places to work. They all promised to call me back, and I'm just waiting on these callbacks, man. I'm waiting on to be called back for one of these jobs. So I'm trying to be a plumber. If you haven't been keeping up with the episodes, I've been applying, and I've been trying to become an apprentice, like a helper, just to watch, see how it goes, and then move on from there. But I don't know. Still waiting on that. Also, when raising kids, it's up to us to raise them, to teach them, to kind of let them understand how the world works, because I always have to remember whenever my cub does some like stupid stuff, I'm like, all right, this is his first time on Earth. This is his first time experiencing this. Like, what he did was really stupid, and you should know not to, but it's for somebody who's never experienced things before. It's like a blind person being blind all their life, and they just finally get sight. They've heard of these things. They don't know what they are. And so he doesn't know a lot. So you have to remember and then try to teach them along the ways. And one of the things that is like, I don't know, it gets under my skin. It kind of aggravates me.
It's a pet peeve.
It's just proper etiquette. Manners. And I always tell him, manners maketh man. And every time he does it, he does his pleases, thanks yous, yes ma'am, no ma'am. But one of them is just proper etiquette, is that when you walk into someone's house, you greet them. So you don't just walk into someone's house, go to the kitchen and start talking to somebody else. Whoever's house you're in, they're the host. They're allowing you to be within their space. And for the least you could do is just say, hey, how you doing? You okay? Hey, it's nice to see you. Something like that. So I have a bunch of like kids in the family. They'll come in and a lot of them are really good at it. Some of them, they just walk in and walk right past you like, do I know you? And I think about it, and mostly it's not their fault because they're not being taught to do that. Someone's not putting that knowledge on and say, hey, it's rude to do this. It's rude to come in someone's house and not say, hey, how you doing? So remember that out there, guys. Whenever you're raising your kids or even when yourself, if you haven't done this, when you walk into somebody's house, just say hi. Hey, how you doing? Hey, thanks for inviting me. Thanks for letting me be here. You ain't really got to say it to that extent, but you can just say it because it's proper. It's manners. And you know what manners make?
Yes, man.
That is true. I got to hop on my soapbox every once in a while. So I think that's it for me, man. What do you got, Quan?
What are you going to say if or when you have a daughter? Because obviously manners maketh man. What verbiage are you going to do then?
I'm going to say etiquette makes you not a bitch.
Not like that. Okay, so what I did last month, we ended up hosting the Christmas party. Well, we ended up having a pretty good turnout. We had a lot of friends and family. It was a little, I don't want to say exhausting this year, but I did have to work from home until 12. So that was kind of a pain in the butt of working until 12, then getting off. And I'm always going to do too much. Like, I don't have to clean my house, but I am the type of person that if someone's walking in my house, I want it clean. So it's just kind of like just doing the last minute cleanings, doing the ham, making sure everything's set out. Taking a shower because after you get done cleaning, I feel gross. So it's just like, it was a little much this year, getting off at 12 and the party starting at 4. But it ended up, that was just me complaining, but it still was a good turnout and a lot of friends and family showed up. It was a good time. We did celebrate Panda's birthday, which was another get together / family night. That was a good turnout too. It was friends and family. It was a good time too. Other than that, just getting busy, getting the house ready for the parties, and then cleaning up after and setting things up. This year, I feel like it's taking us a little bit longer to get the Christmas decorations down than normal. And then I have been trying to start working out, being more consistent with that. Vitality, the work app that I go through that I get points, there is a challenge going on from January 1st until I think like February 14th, where you need to do as many steps as you can. And then if you get to be like number 1 or I think it's like 1, 2, or 3, you get like extra 500 points. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do like 7,500 steps a day at least minimum. Man, I go in there on the first damn day. I'm like, I did good. I did almost 8,000 steps. There's this motherfucker on there that's done 38,000 steps in one day. I was like, okay, I'm just going to do the best. I'm going to hold myself to my standard and hold myself accountable. But I already know I ain't going to do 1, 2, or 3.
They hook that Fitbit up to their dog and let him out in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't know. But the third day that I looked, they were already almost to like 200,000 steps. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do me. I ain't going.
Hook it up to Odin and take them. Let them outside.
Cheating. I am not going to cheat.
You think they doing this shit?
I don't know. So what I'm going to do next month is just going to keep doing the working out. The cub has a magnet school test coming up. So it's just going to test him to see if he's qualified to get into school. So we'll see how that goes. What we're going to do next month is I got a to-do list of things, just cleaning around the house or fixing things up. And then, just got to work on myself. I want to take better care of myself health-wise, outside-wise, like doing my nails, foot spas, things that I can do at home type of thing. So, yeah.
How about that?
New year, new me.
Oh, God. I'm so tired.
I know. I know.
I'm going to be
So
like that.
stupid.
Like that little Sting meme that going around where Sting entered the ring disguised as the fake Sting. He took off the plastic mask, which was his face mask. He just takes it off and it just shows his face like painted mask on again. So New Year, same him.
Yep.
Grizz, what you got, man?
Well, I don't know if I said this last time, but got me a job.
Woo, woo, woo. Congratulations.
And not to complain, but it's just like they throw me in the fire, like at this job.
Sink or swim.
No, it's not. Okay, so if you train somebody, you slowly try to get them ready for the job, right?
Right.
My training is 12 weeks.
Okay.
6 weeks local, and then 6 weeks OTR.
Well, what's OTR?
OTR is over the road.
Oh, okay.
So first day, I get this old dude, and this old dude is hurt, but he has 2 million miles under his belt, so he's the most qualified ever to like teach people how to drive. And I'm not the best like shifter. Like you got to downshift, you got to upshift, you got to like take it out of like one of the like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, whichever shift you're in, take it out, put it in neutral, slow down, and then like try to start it back up again. But this dude is not telling me anything. Like he's just like, oh, you can't keep grounding gears like that. You can't just put it in the gear. How do I do it?
Yeah. Explain.
Like, you have 2 million miles. You can just be like, well, what you want to do is you want to click it up, click the shifter up and down, like what is it called? The splitter. You want to shift the splitter up and down, and you want to put it in this gear and then throw it into this gear. Anything. Give me anything. Just don't be like,
You're doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong.
Do better.
Yeah. And that's what this guy's doing. And so with that, and then plus the directions he was giving me, because he don't use GPS, he has 2 million miles. He knows where everything is. Cool. And so he's like, okay, I think he got in comfortability, because I believe like as one of the newest drivers, I feel like I'm the best of the newest drivers, because I've been in a truck with the other guys, and downshifting is hard to do because you have to like rev the engine and then put it in the gear before, and it's like they'll grind or they'll like make the tractor just jump or shake or whatever. And when I do it, it's smooth.
That's good.
And so I've had 3 people say, because I had 3 different trainers, oh man, that's great. Like normally it takes a while for people to get used to downshifting. I'm like, okay, cool. And so like I'm downshifting. I'm about to go in this one spot, but he's not telling me which building it is, because neither building has the name of the place we're going. And so I see a big like pull in for trucks, and then I see even bigger turn in for the other trucks. And so I go into that one, the bigger one where it looks like flatbed. Yeah, right.
And that's what you would choose. Wrong.
Yeah, you're supposed to go to the other one.
Well, how the hell are you supposed to know?
Why didn't you say nothing? Like, what? Dude, you need to communicate with me. Like, I'm new at this. Like, this is literally my second day, and like, you just not telling me what to do. You just saying that I'm doing something wrong. I don't learn like that. And he was like, okay, I'll try to do better. I'm like, okay, like, cool. Like, I'm not going to get mad at you for that, like, doing that. But God, dude, if you don't tell me shit, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But other than that, I like this job, man. Like right now, my forearm and my shoulder is kind of fucked up because it's not fucked up, but it's like I'm working it out.
It's sore.
And so like we have these straps, and we have to put the straps under the little rub rail, throw them across, put them under the other rub rail, just to like strap shit down. But every time you fucking got to do these things, you got to fucking... And these motherfuckers are long.
Can you switch your arm?
No, because it's kind of awkward to do this. And it's always on the right side. It's always on the right side. So I'm just sitting there just...
cranking it.
Yeah. So by the end of my 12 weeks, I should be like fucking Popeye the Sailor Man.
Just on one arm. People are going to be like, why do you got one arm?
Yeah. But the other day I went to Georgia. I went to Georgia, picked something up, dropped it off in Nashville, drove to Alabama, came back and took it to the shop. Okay, cool. So that was a good 7, 8, 9 hour day. But then last past Thursday, before it snowed, we went to Franklin, and then I had to go to this place called Dyersville, Tennessee. And that is about 4.5 hours away. And I got back home at like 9 o'clock, but halfway through of me driving, I was sneezing up a storm. Oh my God, bro. So you could tell that I have some type of congestion. Okay. So I'm just sitting there sneezing, and I'm sneezing so much, and I'm sneezing so hard that I felt like I shit myself.
Oh shit, man.
You know that scene in Get Him to the Greek where he was like,
don't sneeze.
Don't sneeze.
Don't sneeze. He had them drugs in his butt. He said, don't sneeze.
He said, clench and sneeze. I was clenching and sneezing. And then the dude looked over. He was like, are you okay to drive? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. My fucking eyes are watering. I think I broke a rib. And so I was like, I'm going to go get me some food. Maybe it'll make me feel better or whatever. So we stopped. I don't know, bro. I was just trying to do anything. And so we pulled into a truck stop, and He's like, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and drive and take it. So we took off. I was eating. He was driving. And I was just still coughing, sneezing. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can drive now. He's like, no, I got it. I was like, okay, I'm going to let him, at least pick the product up. And whenever he, takes off, I'm be because I'm the trainee. He's the trainer, so he don't need to. And from that point till we got home, he was driving that whole time because
you were sneezing
because I was sneezing so much.
He was concerned for his safety.
God, yeah.
He was like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
And I was just sitting there thinking, like, there's no way for me to keep my eyes open to sneeze.
Does he have cats?
No.
So did you ever figure out why you were sneezing so much?
It's sinuses.
Oh, damn.
This job, I believe, pay me what I want to get paid because I was talking to this other black dude, which I was surprised to see another black dude there. He was like, he's getting he does hybrid. Hybrid is some OTR for the week, and then he does local the rest of the week, so he can be off. So I can do that if I want. I can be out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then come back Wednesday or Thursday, and then Friday do local stuff. I'm gonna see if I can do that. That way I know I'll be home Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But he was talking about he was getting like $2,100 a week or something like that. Yeah.
First of all, that's a badass amount of money, but also y'all ain't supposed to be talking pay to each other. Isn't that frowned upon?
No, because everybody pretty much gets paid the same OTR money anyway. So it's like, if we all make 55 to 62 cents an hour, I already kind of know how much you make anyway. Okay. I just want to know how much money your check is.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And that's only frowned upon by the company you work for.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not
No, it's not a rule. They just don't want you talking to it because you're going to be like, oh, he gets paid this much. Why do I get paid as much? And then you're going to bring it to them. And they're going to be like, oh, well,
yeah, it's like, Bob is lazy as hell and I do way more work. How's he getting paid more than me? And like, how do you know that Bob gets paid?
He told me, motherfucker. So what y'all going to do now?
Oh, I thought it was like every business, it's frowned upon the rule type of thing.
They don't want you talking about it.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, damn. I guess I just always thought it was something that you just don't talk pay.
Oh. I know, for sure, though, I'm definitely try to get as much money as possible to try to pay off these cars. That's going to be like way in the future. But this next month, I'm try to get better at shifting, man. I already got this one dude who was a trainer, and I was like, any information, because he was already better than the first dude.
Can you get with him?
It's random.
Oh.
They put me with random people that pick up random stuff because I have to know how to strap down steel. I gotta know how to do coils. I gotta know how to do
makes sense.
Nursery stuff,
Okay, so it makes sense, but also at the same time it sucks that the other guy's not being better.
And it's like one guy, he'll help me out strapping stuff down. The only thing I really need help with is I don't want to strap nothing down that's too hard. I don't want to damage product because that's going to come out of my pocket, I think. So I know steel, I can strap it down as tight as it can go and it ain't going. But it's like if I do drywall, I can't do drywall and have that shit cut through half the product. No. So I just need to know how hard to pull the stuff that I need to and what to put up there, what to tarp and all that stuff. So I'm going to continue to try to, learn this trucking stuff. And they keep saying I'm too nice on the road because I'm letting people over and not cutting them off. So I'm well,
you in a big truck. That's the good thing to do.
Well, they're be an asshole. And so I'm going to try to do that. We'll see.
Good luck.
We'll see. Yeah. Well, all right, Grizz. That's all right, man. You're going to be the best truck driver there is.
Hey.
The nicest one.
Well, let's get into your very own segment of Grizzly's Anime and On.
It's over 9,000.
Well, this is going to be pretty quick because it's time for the year-end review of last year's animes and arms.
All right.
So you guys have been with me last year. You see me pick up my shotgun, which is the Tokarev TAR 12P, which is I'm liking it more and more because I just got a not just because it was maybe October. I got my 10-shot magazine for my my 12 gauge shotgun, so I can hold 11 in my gun now. But the more and more I fire this thing, the more and more I feel like I'm loving it, man. I thought I was gonna hate it because it was kind of cheaper on the cheaper side, but I'm liking it more. But then I got to shoot a Browning X2 Speed, which I told you guys I was going to hunt this year. But I was thinking about making the switch from my 308 to this Browning X2. But it's just a little too much money for me, man. At $1,500
for a gun.
For a gun.
Good grief!
But this thing is amazing.
Could you get it used?
I don't know.
Get a cheaper price?
I don't know. And me thinking of switching over from my Smith & Wesson to this Glock 23, which I absolutely love the Glock 23, man. Like, the only thing is that safety. I don't know. I don't trust the gun without a safety, man.
Oh.
Yeah. And the Glocks are notorious for not having them. And I just want to, make sure it's fine. The only thing I could probably do is just like not, chamber around. And then whenever I'm ready, like if ready to defend myself, yes, yeah. But I always feel safe with a safety.
Right.
It's called a safety. With the AK-47, I was just sitting there singing a bunch of rap lyrics as I was shooting this. Which is it's super fun, guys. You need to go out and shoot you a little AK. I had a guy who has it's a little piece that can make it kind of automatic. That as the gun like shoots and like releases, the gun itself moves. I forget what it's called though.
Bump stock. I'm turning into a monster.
Yeah, monster. And then old Panda right here with his MR 412 Rex. This damn gun.
Oh, that big ass Magnum.
Big ass man.
Yeah, dang.
Yep. But then for animes, you guys, it's been around for, man, it's almost 20 years since it came out now. Hunter x Hunter, which I believe is one of the best animes. And they're talking about rebooting it, I think next year. So we might see it, which I think the manga came out this year, and so they're going to talk about doing the anime adaptation next year.
Okay.
And if you Hunter x Hunter fans, it's coming. All right. And in the summer, with our review of Sixth Sense, you guys heard me about the summertime rendering, and I don't know if Koala and Panda, if you guys seen it yet, but you need to get on that. Especially it's nice since you not working right now.
Would you quit job and tell everybody that
I think it's a good little movie, you guys, or not movie, series you guys can binge watch real quick because it's only 12 episodes, I believe. 12.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay.
We're still trying to finish Death Note.
Put that on pause. Y'all like this a little bit better. And then the dead's child of Faraway Paladin, William, right here. He's a he's a paladin that was raised by the dead. He had a dead grandpa, a dead mom, and a dead dad who raised him to be this powerful mage. And hand-to-hand combat, everything is like S level. So he's killing dragons. He's doing all this other stuff. He's just amazing. But then my pick, which I think, if it did not win, which I got to double check this, if it did not win Anime of the Year, I would be surprised. It's between this one and another one called Frieren. I think you guys will love Frieren, but right now I'm giving it to Solo Leveling. And Solo Leveling just came out with a movie, and I heard it's doing great in theaters. And season 2 is supposed to be dropping this month. Mm-hmm. So I'm really hoping that more exciting animes come out. I think you guys will love Mashal, because Mashal, I think especially you, Koala, it's like a mix between One Punch Man and Harry Potter.
Ooh, okay.
And then one that I tried to get you to watch, which have you seen?
Solo Leveling?
No.
Jujutsu
Kaisen.
Was the... Oh, okay.
Have you seen Jujutsu Kaisen?
Never. Yeah, I watched season 1 and the movie.
Have you seen season 2?
No.
Season 2 is out, and it is English, so you guys need to watch that too.
That's the one that won Anime of the Year in 2024.
Okay. There you go. There's the reason why. It's because it gets better and better as it goes. I think Chainsaw Man came out this year too.
Season 2?
No, season 1.
Chainsaw Man?
Oh, it came out last year?
Is it 2024?
2024? I don't know.
I feel like we've seen that. Yeah, we watched that.
Okay.
But there's a lot of top anime, but I'm trying to get to the middle, like the under the top tier animes. That's why you guys hear me talking about these other ones like Summertime Rendering and Faraway Paladin. And then what's that Christmas one? The My Santa?
Yep.
But I'm trying to get more people to fall in love with. I'm gonna let you guys know if I can finally get Kay to watch one with me.
She still got to after all these years.
She's still not trying to get one. But there's some where it's like gossip, and I think that's what she loves is gossip and like messiness. So I need to find one, and yeah.
Well, I agree. We sure appreciate that. Let's go ahead and move on to Panda Tales.
Sit back and prepare yourself for Panda Tales.
Alright guys, today I only have one story. It's a true story. It relates to our movie we're doing today, and also a small recap from last year's Panda Tales. We went over great subjects like skinwalkers, mistaken identity, kids raised in the wild, Stephanie St. Clair, haunted swimming holes, witch hunters, Cinderella sports stories, the shooting at the OK Corral, children ghost stories, John Wayne Gacy. Did a lot of crazy stuff last year. And we plan on doing some more crazy stuff this year. Just like this month's Panda Tale.
Yeah.
This month's Panda Tale is a story you may know or may not. Let's get into it. Leo and Paige were deeply in love. They had built a life together in Chicago, surrounded by art, music, and adventure. But one fateful night, their world was shattered. As they drove home from a movie, a truck slammed into their car. Paige's head hit the windshield, and she slipped into a coma. When Paige awoken, she was disoriented and confused. The doctors explained that she had suffered a traumatic brain injury, erasing her memories of the past few years. Leo was devastated. His wife, the love of his life, didn't remember him. She couldn't recall their wedding, their home, or their life together. As Paige struggled to regain her memories, Leo tried to win her back. He took her to their favorite spots, played their favorite songs, and reminded her of their love story. But Paige's past began to resurface, and with it, her old life. Her parents, who had never approved of Leo, swooped in to reclaim their daughter. Torn between her old life and her new one, Paige was forced to choose. Would she return to her comfortable but unfulfilling past, or take a chance on the husband she couldn't remember? In the end, Paige made a vow to herself to follow her heart, even if it meant risking everything. And Leo, steadfast and true, waited patiently for her to remember their love.
That sounds like that Channing Tatum movie.
Wow.
With the lady from The Notebook. I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
Is it The Vow? The Vow?
Anyways, so they did end up getting back together, but she ended up cheating.
Nah.
Yep, I think they ended up getting divorced after that.
Damn.
Not a really true happy ending after there. Well, let's get into our movie review. But before we do, we always like to enjoy our movie review with an adult beverage. And this month's beverage is the Russian Standard Vodka. Should I do this in a Russian voice? Russian
Sure.
accent?
Try to.
Experience the authentic taste of Russia with Russian Standard Vodka. Made from 100% Russian wheat and distilled according to traditional Russian methods. This premium vodka embodies the country's rich heritage and commitment to quality. With its sleek, modern packaging and crisp, clean taste, Russian Standard Vodka is perfect for sipping chilled or using as a base for favorite cocktails. It's smooth, velvety texture and hint of sweetness make it a delight to drink. Russian Standard Vodka is distilled, bottled in St. Petersburg, Russia, using the finest ingredients and a unique quadruple distillation process. The result is the vodka that's truly Russian, truly premium, and truly exceptional. Distilled and bottled in Russia. До свидания.
До свидания.
Pretty good.
Russian Standard Vodka. How about that, man?
I don't like vodka.
Pour us up one of those bad boys. Let's see how it goes. Nice twist off there.
Yeah,
Nice
twist off.
I like that.
Somebody messed up my thing last time.
Yeah.
You ain't never gonna get over that.
There hasn't been any movies that I could find, but it was in a 2013 TV show called How Do They Do It? In an episode entitled China Max Ships.
China Mac ship.
Yeah, I guess it was like a how it's done, how it's made type thing, and then I guess they show you how it's made, how it's shipped or something.
I feel like all vodka tastes the exact same, and it's all trash.
Well, then you've only had the trash vodka made by the Americans.
I said the whipped vodka.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's good.
Got a little sweet taste to it.
I got like blackout drunk on vodka in high school, so I was just like, anytime I drink vodka, it's
In
like,
high school,
High school.
are you admitting to illegal activities?
At least me, I ain't take a drink.
Or
till I
did
was
you
20.
get held back and you was retarded?
I graduated school early. Thank you very much. Still not as bad as.
Tell me, how was Hawaii?
I met this guy.
It was the best week of my life.
When I asked for his phone number, he told me he's married.
Gay.
Straight.
Henry Roth, why didn't you tell me you were a secret agent?
I'm afraid that's not an option, Lisa.
Linda.
I know, I changed your name for your protection.
Dr. Henry Roth's best relationships were with his patients, and he wasn't looking to settle down. But one day, the unthinkable happened.
Wrapped up like a dick. Are you staring at me or her? Because you're starting to freak me out.
I'm Lucy.
Oh, Henry Roth. Nice to meet you.
The only problem is,
What is going on?
About a year ago, Lucy was in a terrible car accident. She lost her short-term memory.
she won't remember him tomorrow.
You and I are actually seeing each other.
Don't worry, you're not going to suffer any short-term memory loss. But was your head shaped like an egg before she hit you?
Now, the guy who's afraid of commitment
I just want to try something that'll help her remember me.
It's a videotape.
During this reenactment, you will be played by Ula.
Aloha! Sorry about your brain.
is going to extremes.
Okay, pal. When she stops, just let her. Okay, here she comes. Smile. Why is she not slowing down?
To get the girl.
Do you have any idea who I am?
I've never even met you.
Adam Sandler.
It's gonna be all right, Lucy.
Don't call me Luz. I barely know you.
Sweetie, you're sort of dating him.
Sorry, I'm not better looking.
Drew Barrymore.
Okay, this is her. Pretend you're attacking me so she pulls over.
What do you think you're doing? Coming over here, taking our pineapple.
Help me, please.
I'm dipping your big ass. Go!
Enough.
Are you okay?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
I'll be right back. Hey, come here!
No.
50 first dates.
All right. That is a good trailer for all 50 first dates.
Nice.
And as of January 2025, you can only rent or buy it on physical or digital.
Or you sit there and watch it on MTV.
Oh, wow.
Because, dude, if you got cable, this motherfucker's always on MTV for some reason.
They got a deal, man. Well, this is directed by Peter Siegel, who also did Naked Gun 33 1/3, Tommy Boy, My Fellow Americans, Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps,
Oh,
Anger Management,
hey.
The Longest Yard, Get Smart, Grudge Match, Second Act, My Spy, and My Spy, The Eternal City.
No, I want to know his longest yard. No, it's a good one.
I think My Spy is one with Batista in it.
Anger Management is also another Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, with,
so he's done
Jack
at least
Nicholson.
3.
Nicholson.
Yeah, okay.
Good movies there, good movies there. This movie's starring Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore, Rob Schneider, Sean Austin, and Dan Aykroyd. It came out February 13th, 2004. Other movies that came out in February of 2004 were Barbershop 2,
Nice.
Miracle, The Passion of the Christ,
Oh, damn.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, Club Dread, and Twisted.
Don't know any of those.
Club Dread, not Judge Dread.
Nah, Club Dread. So they went to that island, people started killing them. It's like a murder on the island, but it's like a comedy type thing, I think.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was the one. And there was this dude who was masseuse, and he could touch a woman in a certain way, and she just started. It was stupid. Had one of the dudes, I think it was from the people that did Super Troopers. I think that they were the guys around it because there was a lot of actors in there from that.
Don't know any of them.
It made $198.5 million on a $75 million budget.
Damn.
You didn't see Passion of the Christ?
No.
That's Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
I just remember,
It
I
had
think
grown
that
men
was
crying.
11 years ago. I was still in high school at that point in time. I remember people saying it's like super fucking long, like 3 or 4 hours long. Beyond that, I'd never watched it.
Wait, is this the Passion of the Christ that
Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson did?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
She's a heathen. Let's get into the plot of this bad boy. Playboy vet Henry sets his heart on romancing Lucy, but she has short-term memory loss. She can't remember anything that happened the day before. So every morning, Henry has to woo her again. Her friends and family are very protective, and Henry must convince them that he's in it for love.
Well, you said friends and family. The only people that you see... Well, I guess the people at the restaurant.
Sue,
never mind.
Nick.
Those are the only two. Only friends.
They're there. They love her.
Hater, motivator.
Anyways, we start off with this kind of scenic view of the island or beach and a pineapple.
Gorgeous beach.
Short clips of different women and one guy talking about how they met a guy and gave them the best week of their life.
So automatically, you understand that I guess that a lot of females are going to Hawaii on their own by themselves.
Yep. Hey, when's our next guy trip to Hawaii again?
I'd like to meet
That's a guy trip. You're going with a group of guys. This is females going on their own by themselves.
Well, you know, they could have went with a group of friends.
Yeah.
Guy with old Henry.
Henry. Hardcore Henry.
But he gave them all different excuses as to why he left.
Married.
Yeah, one was
gay,
he was married. Yeah,
priesthood. None of these things are believable things.
Well, one lady was like, he just ran away. His name is Henry Roth.
Wait, there was a male factory worker that also said some story, but he also said his name. Are we automatically assuming that Henry Roth is bisexual?
I mean, possibly.
Because he did say, because there was that older lady that you see that she said, hairy pair of testicles. And then also, do these people or women think that they're going to be doing like a long distance relationship to be trying to get their phone, like his phone number or something? Like, just take it as it is. You met a stranger on your vacation. Fuck the brains out and just go home with the story. Like, why are you trying to get a phone number?
Would not even be like,
hell no. I personally would not be messing with a stranger.
Exactly.
But don't try to get a phone number. There's no point.
I mean, he don't discriminate, so no.
Well, then we see Henry in the middle of giving one of his women an excuse. He's saying that he's a super spy and that he needs to leave for her protection. And he calls her a different name, and she's like Nancy, or he calls her something like that, and he's like, yeah, I changed her name for your protection. Then this jet ski comes by, and he just runs and hops onto it, and the guy's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'll give you $20, just keep going. All right. And he's like, how's your nuts? Oh, they're killing me. Then we see in like an aquarium area, or maybe a zoo, but Henry's actually stitching up one of his friends who had been bitten by a shark.
Isn't that illegal to be treating a human while being a vet?
Yes.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's his best friend, so.
Yeah, he's stitching up his friend, helping him out. It's Rob Schneider, and he's playing Ula, one of Henry's friends, and he's wanting to know about the babes. He wants to hear the stories, the details about what Henry goes through, because Ula's married and he can't do these things, so he lives through Henry with these stories that he goes through.
While all of his 5 kids are there with him, also videotaping him, saying all of this stuff.
Yeah, he was like, hey, what about that nympho from last week, huh?
What's a nympho?
And he says,
state bird from Ohio.
Yeah, that's what he tells his kids. And Henry's like, yeah, you're the state idiot of Hawaii. So that's pretty funny, man. Rob Schneider, he's a pretty funny character. Ula says that one of these days you're going to show one of these tourists such a good time, she's going to want to stay on the island. And he put his foot on Henry's pillow. And
dirty like, ass foot. It was a black print.
Foot on my pillow. And then so he takes the foot off, tries to dust it off, and he sits on it. I don't want your ass on it either.
That's literally one of my number one pet peeves. If you got a black foot, don't get that shit near me, dude.
And then Ula's like, man, it could happen. You could be here, stuck with the same ugly broad, ugly fat broad every day. And then he tells the kids, I'm just kidding. And the kid says, about which part? The ugly or the fat part? And they all start laughing. But then one of the zookeepers runs in and tells Henry that there's an emergency. So he runs out. and he goes and sees a walrus.
Which, did you notice that Willie the penguin was in his office, and then when they ran to where the walrus was at, Willie came up behind, came there too. How in the hell is this tiny ass penguin running through the whole entire area to follow them?
As we've seen, penguins are consistent, and even if they drop a rock all the way down a hill, they don't go get it and come back up. So I can see him following a human. But we see a walrus laying down, and it seemed to be sick. Well, Henry tells the zookeeper, Alexa, to check the temperature of the water. And instead of getting a thermometer, she just jumps in the water. And he's like, no, I meant with a thermometer. And so he says, bring me some cool fish. And she grabs one from the top of the barrel. He says, no, I need them at the bottom of the barrel, the cooler ones. So she dives head first into this barrel of dead fish and gets 2 at the bottom. And she's like, yeah, those are the ones I need.
Which, how stupid is this lady? Come on, bro.
Well, she starts kind of yelling, is he going to be okay? So Henry slaps her with a fish. And he's like, I'm sorry I had to do that, but you need to calm down. So he pushes on the walrus' stomach, and it just throws up all over Alexa.
How in the hell did they do this? Because this is so gross, but also so hilarious at the same time. And then also he's doing all of this in front of the tourist. They're just watching him. He's trying to get back at her, and he's doing this all in front of everybody.
Yeah, all over. And
that's what he gets. What do you say? That's what she gets for eating my roast beef sandwich.
Yeah.
Starts dancing with the damn walrus.
Well, she's covered in the puke, and she's like, this is why I got into this business, to save sea animals. Here says, go wash yourself off. And
you gotta wash yourself with,
It might take the stink away, is what he says. And when she leaves, he high-fives the walrus, so Jocko, as if this was all a little plan between the two.
How the hell did they get this walrus to do any of this?
They say walruses are smart as hell, bro.
They big as hell.
Big as hell, smart as hell.
And then we see Henry out on the old ship, almost like a pirate ship. Looks kind of...
Yeah, the wooden part of it looks piratey.
But it's kind of newer because it's got some little new stuff in there. But it's a sailboat, and it just has this old vintage look to it. But he's creating a captain's log, and he's going to take a cruise around the island. And if she can take this whole trip around the island successfully, then he will plan a trip that's going to be a lot farther away. This is the test to see if the ship is ready to take that trip. The stern ends up breaking. I don't know if it's really a stern. I just knew some pirate stuff. So the pole that holds up the sail breaks. I don't know what that's called, but yeah, it ends up knocking the wheel of the ship off. And so now the ship is just...
It's in there.
It's got to be anchored out so he gets his little inflatable boat, and he goes to the nearest island where he runs into this nice little diner. And the waitress in there asks if he needs anything, and he says, just a cup of coffee.
She asked if he had breakfast already. And he was like, what did he say? Something along with a Red Bull or something, and then some peanut butter cups.
Yeah. He just needs something here until the Coast Guard gets here, and the cook says, hey, you like peanut butter cups? And Henry says, yeah. He said, you want me to put peanut butter cups in your eggs?
Gross.
That's what she said. He's like, he had whatever, Red Bull or whatever. She's like, oh, I'm going to get you spam and eggs.
Yeah.
Spam and eggs? What the fuck?
That's what they do on Hawaii, man.
Man, if you pay attention to this whole entire movie, every single time that they were near the cafe, good Lord, there was tons of cans of spam everywhere.
It's a joke, but I think it's serious as well, because there's not a lot of cows in Hawaii. So you know how long it would take to ship beef and stuff out to Hawaii and all that chicken and stuff. So they do eat a lot of spam out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
I'm sure about that. You sure about
that? Oh, you sure?
I think so. I think so.
Because I know they have antelope out there. And then they have, antelope.
Who's eating antelope burgers, though, bro?
I mean, they could. I mean, because it's like there's no predators on the island, and there's a goat. There's some type of goat, and there's some type of antelope that's on.
Oh gosh,
that's on there.
Goat.
Okay, Hawaiian residents eat 7 million cans of spam per year, making it the state with the highest number of consumers per capita in the nation, according to spam numbers. That's 5 cans per person a year.
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking spam.
But it's like,
when you say it like that, no. 5 cans? I'll eat 5 cans a day. It'll be done.
That's a lot of fucking spam, though. 7 million?
When was the last time y'all had spam?
My dad used to cook that. He would have a spam sandwich in the Antioch house, so that was 15 years ago. I wasn't eating that shit, though. It smelled disgusting.
You can't live on Hawaii, then.
No. I mean, I'll try it.
Well, that's Nick, the chef, and he starts laughing about the peanut butter thing. And then, while Henry's reading the newspaper, he gets a reflection caught in his eye. It's of a young woman who has a butter knife, and it's just the sun's hitting it just right to hit Henry right in the face. And she looks real pretty. He talks to the waitress, whose name is Sue, and the girl says, "Oh, hey Sue, nice haircut." And she puts waffles on her tray. The girl proceeds to make a waffle teepee out of the waffles and a stirring straw, that you little small red ones that you get from drinking coffee. And then she pours a little bit in the center to make this little smoking effect. So I don't know if it's a teepee or she just made a fire or something.
Made a volcano.
Poured coffee.
Oh, is that what it is?
I would.
I thought it was like a fire, like she a pyramid fire.
I took it as a volcano because of the steam.
Oh, okay. Well,
because you put coffee in the middle to do the steam, which I don't know. Coffee soaked waffles. Waffles aren't very good when they're like soggy. You know?
So like, my thing is that if you're already eating waffles and you're already drinking coffee,
why not eat a volcano?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The old, what is he? Asian? Well, I guess old Hawaiian gentleman at the thing.
Polynesian.
Yeah, he was like, "Are you looking at me or staring at me or staring at her?"
Yeah, because you're starting to freak me out. Well, the next day, or maybe the same day, I don't know, Henry's telling Alexa about the girl and how he wanted to go next to her, but he felt he was off his game because of the whole boat thing.
Man, she's saying bitch, she's saying broad, she's saying, I don't know if it's a hooker, I don't know. She was in a very aggressive mood with her language towards females.
Well, they're giving a seal an ultrasound to check on its baby, and Alexa says, "It sounds like somebody's afraid of commitment." And she says, "Let me guess, your high school sweetheart got drunk at a party and cheated on you with the whole wrestling team?" And here says, "Close. Actually, it was my college girlfriend, Tracy, and it wasn't a wrestling team. It was an academic advisor." Alexa says, "I hope you..."
Wait, you missed the part where it said a woman 50 years older than the girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
That's like, ugh.
Well, Alexa
just
says,
imagine a 50-year-old woman's,
You kidding me? J-Lo's 50 years old.
Okay, J-Lo is not a professor. You gotta like lower the standards.
Jennifer Aniston, about 62.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you think Jennifer Aniston and J-Lo are these professors? No, she's probably
Alexa says, "I hope you shot the stupid tramp." And he said, whoa, Alexa. And Alexa says, "Sorry for the nasty talk. I'm a little grouchy because of lack of intimacy." "Shut up. Here is your one opportunity. I'm going to your office and I'm going to get naked. The next move is up to you. I may not be as limber as I once was, but I make up with enthusiasm and willingness to experiment."
Cracking her neck.
And Henry says, "I don't know if you realize this, but I'm not into guys."
Okay. So, first of all, it's so unprofessional that she's like saying, pretty much not bribing him to sex, but like offer sex. But then also, he said that he's not into men. But at the beginning of it, there was a male factory worker that said Henry Roth.
I didn't put that together.
So is he bisexual? Is he not? Did that factory worker just have a good time, like in a friendly manner?
Maybe.
Or
romance.
Or what?
This led to Chuck and Larry, so maybe.
I don't know.
That's when the next morning Henry's back at the restaurant and he sets a table booth across or next to Lucy, who is building another construction out of waffles.
Which I'm surprised he's even coming back and even fucking with her in general, because he's so not into locals because of his commitment issues.
But he don't know if she's a local or what.
You would assume.
Well, the cook comes out and he sees Henry and says, "Hey, Mr. Peanut Butter Cup, how you doing?" And he says, "Hey, Mister can kill me one punch. Can you give me some more Spam?"
Is this the part where Nick slammed his meat cleaver down on the Spam container and did it in half? There would be metal shards in the Spam.
Nah, that's a sharp. Could have right down the middle.
Yeah.
Henry sees that Lucy is struggling to get the door on her Waffle House, product placement, correctly. Or cabin, and he goes over there and takes a little toothpick and he stabs it.
Wait, what's the product placement?
Waffle House.
Oh.
Where he stabs the door to make like a hinge for the waffle.
I thought you were talking about what's like legitimately in it. Okay. I'm imagining the scene and I'm like, wait, what was on there? What was the product placement beyond the spam?
Well, yeah. And so he's trying to teach her. He's like, yeah, this door will work now. And she's like, oh, why didn't I think of that? And he says, you're too close to the project. Don't be hard on yourself. Sometimes you need an outsider's perspective to respect it.
Which he did. Furl put his hands all up on her food, though.
Man, don't be touching my food.
Yeah,
man.
that's nasty.
She says, I'm Lucy. He says, I'm Henry Roth. Nice to meet you. And he says, it's pretty, keep up the good work. And he starts to walk off. And Lucy says, wait, I see you're sitting alone. Do you want to come sit down? And Henry says, yeah. That's when the waitress sees them and kind of shakes her head. And they kind of get to know each other over breakfast. Henry's talking to her and, they're just talking, getting to know each other.
Seemed like a good time.
They do. Yep. And they had a good time. A lot of smiles. And she notices that he smells like fish. And he says, it's because I work with a lot of fish. And she said that he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, oh, I like it. It's because she explains that her and her dad always... Her
dad and her brother.
Yeah, just to go out fishing. And they would go out to sea for months at a time. And she would miss them so much that when they came back, she would hold them each for 5 minutes. And they smell like your hands. That's the best smell in the world. Henry says, well, my fingers are available for smelling anytime you need them.
And she's just over there sniffing his fingers.
Yes. So they spend all morning talking, laughing, and having fun with each other. And he's telling her what walruses are known for. And he said they have the biggest male genitalia, or the second biggest male genitalia of all of animals. And she says, what's the first? And he says, I think old Tattoo Face over there, pointing at Chef Nick. And he says, I like your laugh. And she says, I like you making me laugh. And the waitress comes over and says, I hate to break it up, but we're setting up for lunch. So they got to leave. She has to go. It's her dad's birthday. So every day on her dad's birthday, that is her dad's birthday, they go pick out a pineapple together. Every year. It's a tradition. And Henry says, well, okay, that sounds like a good time. And she says, would you like to have breakfast again tomorrow morning? Same time? Because I teach in a class about an hour away from here or something like that.
She teaches art school
art
at
class.
10 o'clock.
He's like, yeah, I wish I could make it, but yeah, I'll be there. And then they shake hands and she smells his hands one more time. And they go their opposite sides of this van that's parked in between their cars. And they can't see each other, so they both start doing this little happy time of goodness
jig.
dance. And then the van pulls out and they notice each other. And it's so awkward. And he says, I had a bee on me. That's a really big one.
But at least they caught each other dancing. At least it wasn't like one person dancing and then it'd been weird and awkward. Like, it was cute that they both caught each other.
And as they leave, the old Hawaiian guy is sitting there and he says something.
He said, look at those two shitheads.
We see the kid, Henry and Ula golfing with the kids, and Ula is a terrible golfer. Mm-hmm. He's got a terrible golf game, and he ends up just throwing the ball because he can't hit it.
Did you see that he swung so damn hard that he popped open a couple of his sutures? Like, he had a blood stain on his shirt.
Yes, and the kids are just laughing at him. And he says, quit laughing at me, you little hyenas. And he says, let's see what you can do. And all of them with perfect form just go out there and nail this ball. They all each had a ball, and they just did this perfect swing. They all end up on the green right by the hole. And Ula says...
No, he was telling him that he found someone at the Starbucks, and he was pretty much like pimping him out and got the number.
He was like put his nose next to the fucking... Hold on, guys. We're going to glide past the fact that him and the kids did a Happy Gilmore swing.
Yeah, they did the step and whack.
No, I've never seen Happy Gilmore.
I haven't seen it either, but I know of it. And I know that, that's how he used to swing it because he's a hockey player. So he would take them steps back and just crack the ball.
Is it a movie or is it...
Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, no, never seen it.
Making another one this year, I think.
Yeah.
So there's a shout out to that one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's like, that's the ugliest swing I ever seen. He was right at it,
Huh. But it worked though.
Yeah. So he's like, let's go. Well, you gonna talk to this lady or what? And he says, I already told Henrietta about it.
You go ahead. Ula was pretty much pimping Henry out. So Ula was telling the lady at the Starbucks about Henry, pretty much trying to set him up for a date. got her number to give to Henry for Henry to call to take her out. So pretty much Ula is living vicariously through Henry, and he's wanting to know the deets because he is not happy with his wife because she's an old broad.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
Old fat broad.
And one of his friends says,
old fat ugly broad.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, Ula, your stitches are bleeding. And he asked Henry, hey, can you stitch me up after my
shark swimming?
No, he's not gonna go shark swimming.
He going swimming with the sharks.
No, he's going surfing. He's gonna go shark swimming.
Yeah, he already got bit by a shark earlier.
Can you stitch me up after I go surfing? And the one friend's like, I wouldn't go surfing with an open wound like that. It might attract sharks or something. And he says, Ula, how did you get that bite anyway? Or how'd you get that scratch anyway? He says, I got bit by a shark. So stupid.
And then he was like, go smoke a joint or go smoke something, and he walked away.
Oh, well, Henry takes a swing, and it's a pretty good one, but it ends up going over the cliff down the beach where Henry has to go looking for it. And at the beach down there, he finds Lucy.
Well, first of all,
looking prettier than ever.
For me, I would have never gone down the cliff to find some golf ball. No, fuck that. I ain't going down the damn.
First off, should have been, how the fuck is motherfucker get down there? First off, what should have been, how the hell did he get down there?
Secret route.
No, he was coming like straight down the cliff.
Secret route, man. Secret route.
Yeah, okay.
But anyways, okay, he went down there. He seen Lucy down there, and he's like, hey, what are you doing here? And she says, same thing you are, just looking for my ball. And she says, I just want to eat you up tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day.
He's kind of walking backwards. No, he was walking backwards because he kind of was getting like, ugh, next day, the next day. And then that's when he falls.
And she gets on top of him, starts kissing him. And he said, that feels good. And then she kind of goes down on him, and he's like, oh no, my nipples are sensitive. And then he wakes up on the green where he's like, what happened? And it was like, oh, you hit that ball and it bounced off that card and come back and hit you in the head. It was freaking hilarious.
All the kids was leaving. What's up with your nipple?
And he tells him, I can't be falling for a local. I ain't never going back to that diner again. So that evening, he ends up going on the date with that girl that Ula had mentioned. And she has this huge drink where she is just gulping it down. And at one point, she asked, so what are you thinking? And he says, well, what am I thinking? I think I'm not getting drunk, and neither are you. It's just a trick. I use that that you'll have guilt-free sex with me. I'm not a cliff diver. I'm afraid of heights. And she says, well, since it's my last night in town, can I pretend you didn't say that and still have the guilt-free sex anyway? And Henry says, I can't do it. I'm sorry. And she says, well, can you point me in the direction to somebody that can? And he says, yeah, that guy over there. He'll be able to help you out. And he points to Alexa, and she's waving. And the girl's, she kind of looks at her like, well, no, she says.
Well, she's like, is that a guy or a girl?
And then Henry's like, well, I'm not really sure, but you're too drunk to notice, remember? Take care.
Which also, when she was sucking down that fishbowl, she was acting like she was drunk. Okay, like, even the watered down version of alcohol, you still taste some sort of alcohol.
But there's no alcohol in there.
Exactly. So she's acting like there is alcohol in there. Like, she would know.
That's true.
She should know that there is or isn't alcohol in there.
Well, the next day it's raining and Henry shows up to the restaurant. Sue comes up and says, aloha. And he says, oh, hello. She says, no, not hola, hello, aloha, goodbye. God dang it. Not aloha, hello, aloha, goodbye. And she said, we're closed today. And Henry's like, yeah, what are you talking about? She says, don't move. I'll be back. And it's the chef, Nick, with the tattoo face. He says, hey, peanut butter cup. And when he sees Lucy come in and he goes to approach her, he says, hi. And he says, my fingers are extra fishy today if you want to give him a whiff. And Lucy's like, what? And he says, I was petting my walrus all morning and I was thinking about you the whole time. And Lucy's like, okay, pervert. I think you should leave. He said, I was talking about what we talked about yesterday. And he was like, I was just joking because of what they talked about yesterday, about the walrus, the smell of the fingers and all the crap. And Lucy says, yesterday, I've never met you before. And she says, Nick, I need help. And he says, I'm coming, Lucy. And he grabs his meat cleaver.
He got a crazy look in his eye. Like, he better go murder somebody.
Well, Sue says, put that down. I'll handle this. And she takes Henry outside, and she says, Henry says, what is she, crazy or something? And Sue says, Lucy is a very special person. She's very different from other people. About a year ago, Lucy was in a terrible car accident. She and her father went up to North Shore to get a pineapple, and as they were driving, a cow darted out into the road, and to avoid it, the father turned the wheel, and they end up having a wreck. Her father broke some ribs, but Lucy suffered a brain injury. She lost her short-term memory. Henry says, she can't remember anything? Sue says, no, she has all the long-term memory. That's a different part of the brain. She remembers her whole life up until the night of the accident. She just can't retain any new information. It's like her slate gets wiped clean every night when she sleeps. And he says, hold on. This is something I would tell a psycho girl so she'd stop calling. Am I that psycho girl? Sue says, I wish I was making this up, but she has no memory that she ever met you. He says, what about the pineapple they were picking up there? Sue says,
at that point,
something about something. Like,
no, it's her birthday. It's her dad's birthday. And she went with her dad on that Sunday for his birthday to go pick the pineapple. So she does the same thing every single day because she believes it's a Sunday, which she goes to the
October
cafe.
13th.
Yep. She goes to the cafe on Sundays, and then she goes, and since it's her dad's birthday, then they go to pick a pineapple. There you go.
And so she goes to the restaurant every morning on that day before she goes to that pineapple.
Because it's Sunday.
October 13th. Which is a Friday.
It was a Sunday.
It's a Friday 13th on a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
And Jason Voorhees.
Stupid.
But she has no idea it's been more than a year since her accident. And she reads a special paper that her father puts on the porch every night. And she says he's got hundreds of them printed out. Lucy does the same thing every day. And then we see Lucy pulling up to her dad's house. When she sees that he already has a pineapple, she's kind of a little sad right there. But he was like, it was a gift, from a lady or whatever.
At the grocery store.
Yeah. And she's like, what about our traditions? He says, well, get a new one, I guess. I painted the workshop, so it's too white. And it gives me a headache. And then he uncovers the paintbrush set that he had gotten her, and she says, why don't you paint me something good for my birthday? And she says, I will, but promise we'll pick up a pineapple for Thanksgiving. He says, sounds great.
Kind of sad right there.
Hey, you should watch the Viking game while I paint. And he says, yeah, okay. Good idea. And then we see the little brother. We're introduced to Doug here, who is Sean Astin, Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings. And he's sitting on the counter doing like curls. And the dad's like, don't get no sweat in the damn stew. While the dad pulls out the VHS of the Vikings game. So they pop it in.
Go Vikings.
Yeah, that's what it says.
It's a game from 2002.
Well, she comes in while they're watching the game, and she's like, maybe they'll win for your birthday.
Well, they're not even really paying attention to it. But like when they heard her come in, that's when they're like started getting kind of like their acting skills on.
And she bets a certain player will run in. And Doug has this whole specific play about what's going to happen in the game. And exactly what Doug says happens. And the dad just looks at him like, you mom.
The loser had to do the dishes.
Yep. And she says, wow, Doug, you're good. Maybe you should be a coach. And that's when the dad takes his shoe off and tosses it right at Doug. And he says, you moron. And they end up singing happy birthday to the dad later on, celebrating his birthday. And she ends up getting him the Sixth Sense for his birthday and asked if they want to watch it later after she's done doing dishes.
Yeah.
They don't seem excited, but they do. And this is just like Koala, just seeing an old movie. She forgets all about it. And it's like seeing it for the first time all over again.
Man, I watched Lord of the Rings how many freaking times, and then the part where Gandalf goes down and dies, I started crying. And I've seen this movie.
I didn't know he was going to die. I'm like, bitch.
But also, if you notice, since we reviewed Sixth Sense, the part of the crazy guy ended up killing the guy, that was within the first 10 minutes. The dad's already knocked the fuck out sleeping.
We don't see him shooting
You hear it shoot because she jumps. So you seen the crazy guy's face.
But that same scene was at the end of the movie as well. Because they actually show us like him dying, and they gotta give us that revelation at the end.
Okay, I took it that he fell asleep like immediately.
Look at that. She don't even remember the movies.
Well, I guess it is easy to forget that that same part is at the beginning. So.
Well, she goes to the bed. The father and Doug end up resetting the house for the day. They paint over the painting that she did. They rewrap the presents. They get another newspaper. There's so much detail that they put into this body of work each day. I think
they did too much because Doug ended up putting like a dropper of the shampoo body to wash, make it back. See, I feel like that is too specific. There's no way that she noticed that little tiny detail. But that's gotta be so exhausting for them. Like you don't know. The movie never tells you what time it is. So it could be like 10 o'clock at night by the time they finish this movie, and they're still waking. Like painting and the garage like that. That's gotta take an hour or so in that, and then doing everything else.
You gotta assume that they're every day this is happening, right?
Right.
So every day they have to watch the fucking Vikings,
right?
Watch the Sixth Sense, paint. Like how many coats of paint does this damn garage have?
So expensive.
Also,
go on.
If you're doing all of this, are you cutting her hair? Okay,
gotta be
every night. Are you shaving her? Like, is she clean shaven? Do you have to go in there and shave her pubes?
That's some questions.
Like, are you clipping her toenails to exactly the same fucking? Come on, bro.
She might maintenance her own self.
I would think she would do that.
I think a normal person might forget that. They don't like keep track of it until they notice it. They're like, I need to cut my nails.
Unless,
I got a bush down there. Right. Get rid of that.
Well, I know if I clean shave myself and then. All of a sudden, the next day, it's a fucking. I'm like,
right.
Did I shave yesterday, man?
Mm-hmm. I guess it depending on where you start. My question to go further off that: doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. Is she on birth control? IUD? Those things you have to go to the doctor every single year. Dentist appointments every 2 years. Okay. Take that part out. Mm-hmm. You still go to the dentist twice a year. You go to the doctor's appointment yearly.
She already did it.
So she thinks she's already done it, but it's already been past a year. Well, so how is she going to do that?
Well, she ain't got no cavity. She ain't.
That's not how it works. You still need to do those things.
Putting gas in the car?
Right.
They got to be
rolling back the miles on her fucking odometer.
But she ain't paying attention to that. Sam don't know how many miles on her right now.
Mine, thank you very much, is like 49,000 miles. Thank you very much.
49,632.
Now, the thing I don't remember is the car, like the register part of the car, the month that's on my license plate, that they would still need to. I think they're so concentrated on every single thing else that they did miss something pretty important, and it happens later on in the movie.
Well, my thing is, take a quote from Koala there. I would, I'd wrap a different VHS up, man, because like, what is she gonna do? Did I get that?
No, she knows.
A different movie.
No, she knows.
Dad, I ain't watching that movie every day. Picking out something different.
See, I think for me, here's my hindsight for all of this. Since literally it gets reset, or she gets reset every single night, I would try different things to lessen the lessen what I gotta do. So maybe not do the little droplets of the shampoo, or not do I don't know, wash her clothes because the dad ended up washing. Who fucking cares of her shirt and pants? Like, she didn't wear that all day long because she wore something different. So I would like do things to try different things to make everybody's life easier.
When we see Henry is explaining to Lucy's situation to Ula, and Ula says, so what you're saying is she's the perfect girl. You can hang out with her all day with no attachments, and her plane leaves every night. And Henry says, yeah, but there's only one problem. It's evil. Mm-hmm. And Hula thinks it's a good way for him to connect with her, but not have the attachment that he doesn't want. As he's fixing up the ship, he puts a bike wheel, like a bicycle wheel, where the ship wheel should be. And he tells Ula to stop puffing a joint and do some work. And Ula says, okay. And he puts the joint right in his butt crack
to
hold it for later.
Fall down. And then also, Adam Sandler at this point in time, he said something funny because Ulo said something and then Adam was like, you're poofing or poof. Like, do you remember that part? He kept saying that like over and over again. Like he said that 3 or 4 times.
Oh no.
Damn, I'm gonna have to rewatch that because that part was hilarious.
Henry wants to get the boat out into the ocean again after it's getting fixed, and we see Ula has fallen through the deck of the ship, and he looks up and says, I think my stitches opened up again. Do you have a cat? Because something's licking my feet.
What the hell would be licking his feet down there?
I don't know. Maybe that fucking penguin. I don't know. But Henry goes back to the restaurant the next day, and he wants to say hi to Lucy, and he tells Nick, I'll make a bet with you. If I can get her to have dinner with me or breakfast, you got to give me $20. And so Chef Nick says, okay, I'll take that bet.
You also forgot the part where he ended up coming and he said something about Henry Roth, and Nick was like, who? And he was like, who that? Me that.
Yeah, me that. I'll make a bet with you. And so, yeah, I'll take that bet. And so we go on this little montage of him trying over and over again to get breakfast with her. And the first attempt is one where he puts the hinge on the door with a toothpick like he did before.
Which worked.
But this time, she was upset that he put her hands on her food.
His hands on her food.
Which it doesn't make sense because she got really angry at him this time. And instead, last time, it was all acceptable.
Right. But the old man was like, that was pathetic. Well, I can't do the accent, but yeah, he said that was pathetic.
But she does something different, or he does something different, and she does something different to like tell him to piss off each time. Like once actually she speaks in a different language.
Yeah.
And each time he fails, Nick is like, oh, money, money, money.
Betting what, $20 on it?
Yeah, so he's over there celebrating, and then that old man is over there watching, just insulting Henry every time.
Which, why is this old man there every single day?
He got the same problem Lucy got me.
It's probably Sue's husband.
Maybe. There was one point where Henry Roth ended up going over and drew a picture on the napkin of like a fishing boat and like fish down. And then that was the time where she did the different language or whatever. So he went to sit back on the counter and the old man was like, can I have that? I need something to wipe my ass with.
Well, this next attempt, Henry takes some water, putting on his eyes, and he acts like he starts crying because he can't read. And it gets her attention because she wants to help him, and it works out. She has breakfast with him, but in the end, before he leaves, he has this moment when he's staring into her eyes. He's seeing that time, that little dream he had about the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and he's like, I might want this. I think in his head at this moment, he's like, yeah, I think I want this. I think I might want to do this.
I took it differently because when he went to the car, like walked her to the car, he didn't ask for her number.
Exactly.
He walked away.
Because he wanted to do this again. He wanted to attempt this again the next day and the next day.
Oh, I took it that he got kind of scared and was kind of like, ugh, this is too much, too fast, and started walking away. Like, that's what I took from it. Which also, when they were at the scene with the cars, a truck with a whole bunch of Spam in the back of it, with Spam written on the side of the truck.
Yeah, I thought that was like a rap or something. That was digitally put in there.
She says, really? That's it? All that flirting and phony I can't read stuff, and you're not even going to ask me out or my phone number? That was one of the goofiest things I've ever seen in my life. But I thought, hey, this guy's so desperate to meet me, he might be worth talking to. But then I get stiffed, and he says, and she's like, mahalo for the ego boost. And she leaves. And then we see Sue call Marlon, who is Lucy's dad.
Because Henry starts following after her.
Yes.
He could have just left it be for that day and then tried again the next day.
Well, that's when Henry shows up at the door, and Marlon comes out, the dad, Lucy's dad, says, I know who you are. And he takes him out to the side and gives Henry a good talking to.
Give him what for?
He starts talking to Henry about it, and that's when Doug sees Henry, and he says, "This the guy?" And Marlon says, "I have a simple request. Stay away from my daughter." And Henry's like, "I don't want to get hurt or anything, and I don't want it to end like that." And Doug says, "Oh, it's going to end like this." And he charges Henry, but Henry is a flipping Doug, like a real front flip, and he starts holding him upside down, kind of like in a he's on his back, but he's got his legs held up in the air, and there's nothing Doug could do.
Did you notice that Henry Adam Sandler was actually stepping on Doug's hand at this scene?
Pinning him down, man. Oh, God. And then he finally lets him up, and then Doug's like, we worked too hard to protect her. And Henry says he's not looking for a one-night stand. And Doug's like, anything with Lucy's a one-night stand.
Numbnut. Well, do you think you can do his accents? Because he does his teaser.
He's just got a lisp.
Yeah.
And Martin says, Marlon, he says, give us a break and just stay away.
I think after this conversation, for Henry, it was a decent thing for him to do. A little creepy, but for the fact that the dad and brother stepped in and be like, okay, I'm asking you to leave my daughter alone. Mm-hmm. I think as Henry, if I was Henry, I would just leave it be.
Would you do that if you knew that you was in love with this person, or you could feel like you can have a future with this person, even though, you have to...
It's only been a few times that they met. So, I mean, he probably did fall in love at first sight or whatever, but, they are the ones that are taking care of Lucy every single day.
I think it's
except
cruel
to her.
For them to, keep doing this day in and day out to, she don't have a life. Mm-mm. This is the same stuff.
But she don't know that.
Yeah, but I do see, because later on you see she does interact with friends and things. I think if I was Marlon and Doug, I wouldn't be tricking her the way that they are in a way. I think it's not that they're tricking her, but I don't think I would do that. I think I would do something similar to what Henry does later on with letting her know what has happened so she's able to do what she wants to do for that day. And just test things out to see what works for her. And I mean, honestly, if it gets too much, I mean, there's that facility that probably would be able to do.
And then we see Henry cleaning a water.
Fucking asshole.
We see Henry cleaning the walrus's mouth, talking to Alexa about that girl the other night. And Alexa says, yeah, I chickened out. I prefer sausage over taco. They discuss the walrus, I guess, and he leaves. Henry confides in Alexa for advice about making a promise to a girl's dad that he has to never see her again. For example, Alexa says, if I promised a woman's father, I would not see her. I would simply shut my eyes while she serviced my manhood. And Henry says, well, that's actually a cool way to look at it, and very gross. So Henry says that he asked him not to go to the restaurant. Marlon did, so he won't go to the restaurant. So he is on Lucy's route where she has to drive, and he tries multiple attempts at getting her attention. His car's broken down, he's being mugged, he tried to get his little penguin to get the appearance there. Some pretty funny stuff.
Or he's tied up in the back of the truck. He's getting
so for the first one, it was the jumper cable, and he ended up acting like he got shocked. And she was like, oh, my granddad ended up dying from jumping a car. And he ended up being like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they got each other. They were talking and flirting and things like that. That worked. So I feel like if I was Henry, I would find the things that worked and stick with those things. He did not have to bring the penguin out because he almost got ran over.
He did. But the best one was when Ula dressed up like a mugger, and he was kicking Henry and beating him like he was being mugged, which is pretty funny because Ula was pretending to be the mugger, and he was just hitting Henry. He's like, yeah, and you didn't pay my sister for her cleaning service or something. He's like, well, hey, easy, what does that have to do with this? That's when Lucy shows up, and she gets a bat and starts chasing him and beating Ula with the bat.
Beating the hell out of it.
Oh my gosh.
He tries one attempt, and he tries to get away from her, but she chases him all the way down the hill, and Henry's like, I think he's had enough. And she's like, no.
I can take care of that.
Yeah. And at one point, you hear Ula say, oh, Kamehameha.
Yeah. He was like, she was also saying, you stupid bitch. And then she was like, run. So, I don't know. That one's hilarious. He had to get some bruises.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that was pretty good because she chased him all the way down the hill, just consistently beating him with that damn bat. Just real meaty shots, too. Oh, God. Good stuff. Good stuff. But the last attempt was him being a kidnap victim. He's tied up in the back of the truck.
That was just so stupid. I would not have done that.
And that is when Doug and Marlon show up and pull up to the car while Henry's all tied up. And she says, when you're finished playing kidnap with my the kidnap victim with my daughter, come by the house. So Henry gets to the house and the dad says, there's something I want to show you. And they show him that Lucy is in there singing. And the dad says that every day she runs into you, she sings. She sings a certain song too. It's because every time he goes out to sea, he played that song and it would make him miss his wife and come home that much faster. So the dad asks Henry, what do you get out of this? And Henry just says, I don't know, but wouldn't you want to spend an hour with that?
She's singing terribly.
And he says, can I ask you guys something? What's going to happen down the line someday when she wakes up and she realizes she's 10 years older? And the dad says, I worry about that every day of my life.
I think as Henry, Marlon, and Doug, I feel like I would have sat down with them and be like, okay, this is only going to work for a short period of time. Because obviously anything can happen. Accidents happen, a cut, something could make her realize that something's going down. I would sit down and strategize and come up with a game plan.
So when they would see Henry again back at the restaurant the next day, and he's attempting to talk to her again, but she says she has a boyfriend. While he's talking to Lucy, she sees that a police officer is writing her a ticket. So he's writing her a ticket for expired tags, and she's like, no, these can't be expired. They're October this year, blah, blah, blah. But they're actually October of last year.
It's October. Her tags expired in May or something like that.
Yeah. So she goes to the newspaper and is like, look, this is the date. And it's not the date that she thought it was.
Well, also, there was like a whole bunch of random people. Well, I mean, obviously it was Lucy and then Sue and Henry, but there was a big fat white guy standing right next to her.
Let me tell you what he was for.
How is it legal that the cop is writing a ticket in a private property in a diner?
I mean, I would think
you don't know if that's like broken down or anything. Why are you giving a ticket to somebody?
If it's broken down, they would still.
I think it's public property, bro. It just
I don't think
looks
it's
like
private.
It's public restaurant, bro. Good plan. You don't know.
So is like Waffle House, if you go on their property, it's considered private property and you can't write a ticket?
Nah, they don't know what you're talking about. They gonna give his ass a ticket. Wait till you get a ticket. You tell me next time you get a ticket.
Yeah, I think if I have a designated spot for that establishment, that establishment is private property unless they have a public easement that they can walk through. But that's it. Like, so I think this is private property. So it's like the cop shouldn't be giving tickets anyway.
Oh.
Unless it's...
Is it kind of like a meter maid? Because a meter maid don't they have permission to go?
But that's on a public road. Not a private road.
Oh.
Next to a meter.
Yeah.
Well, she says, this is ridiculous. It's October. Look. And she snatches a newspaper from a random guy who I have in my notes, who we now know why he was there, because we needed to snatch that newspaper from him. And she sees the current date, which is more than a year later. So she starts to freak out and drives all the way home. And they explain to her, Marlon and Doug, everything. They show her the newspapers that they printed. They tell her about the accident, and she's kind of torn up about it. And she runs to the end of the pier, and Doug and Henry and Marlon chase her out there, and her dad gives her the photos, like this whole book about the accident and everything that's happened since. And she starts touching her head, and she's like, I can feel it.
Which I wonder how they explain, because in the picture of her, half her head was shaved. And Marlon said that she was in the hospital for 3 months. So obviously in the hospital, they probably had the doctors, the nurses, once she woke up, explained everything, etc., etc. But like when they got her home after the 3 months, I'm sorry, even after a year having her head shaved, I don't think her hair would be back that length of, because her hair is really long. So how did they explain that?
I'm probably going to shave her whole head. Probably just shaved a patch out of it.
That's what I'm saying. That patch.
Yeah, but it would blend in with the rest of it. Like,
it was her whole front right here on the side of her head.
Nobody believes you.
Look at the picture. Wait, Wait, it's about to come up. That whole side of her head on her, it was like her right side of her head was shaved off. That would take forever to grow. Her hair is super freaking long.
Well, you never know. They get a lot.
See? Oh, no, it's like one.
Know. Yeah, not the whole head. Come on.
Quit playing.
They can cover that up.
She would still notice that shit.
Whatever. But she says, I gotta see the doctor. I gotta hear from him. And Marlon says, you have heard it many times. And Henry says, well, I'll take her. I've got to hear it for myself, too. So they're on the drive on the way to the doctor's, and Henry says, it's all right, Luce. It's going to be all right. And she says, don't call me Luce. I barely know who you are. And the dad says, well, you're sort of dating him, honey. And she asked about what else has happened since last October. And they update her, and she don't have any students anymore. So another teacher took over class, and Doug didn't win Mr. Hawaii contest because he couldn't pass a urine test.
Confirms he's on steroids or whatever he's on.
She asked Henry, do we have sex? And Doug and Marlon look back at him.
Which that's so unsafe.
They about to have another accident.
Yeah, Marlon was the one driving in the first accident. I'm surprised he even looked back.
And he said, Henry says, no, we don't have sex.
But we want to.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm just kidding. And she says, so you guys have to lie to me every day? And then they walk into the hospital. And one of the security guards greets her. And he's like, hey, Lucy. And she doesn't say anything to him. And he gets upset.
A weird look.
He's like, what's her problem? And the other security guard's like, she don't remember who you are. And he says, oh, yeah, I suck at this. And then we meet Dan Aykroyd, Dr. Keats, which is her doctor, and he's telling her about the brain and how it was damaged during the crash. And her condition is come to be known as Goldsfield condition, because he was a physician himself who had temporal lobe damage, and it took him 4 years to publish his findings because he had to keep starting over from scratch.
I don't even know how he completed the research, but I'm curious on how often this doctor is stopping what he's doing every single day because of she coming in and needing to have an explanation given. I wonder how much is blocked off. He would have to be... So what's the word?
Busy.
No.
He ends up telling her that her condition could be worse. And she says, how? And he says, you should meet 10-second Tom. So the doctor introduces him to Tom. And he gets up and he shakes hands with each of them. And then he asks Doug about his flip-flops and where he's got them at. And as Doug starts to explain, Tom introduces himself again to all of them. And the doctor says, yeah, he had an accident and now he can only remember 10 seconds at a time.
He had a bad hunting accident.
He resets.
And then Tom was like, what? Did I get shot in the head? And he was like, oh, hi, I'm Tom. And that's when, are you about to get to the point where Henry tells Tom, oh, okay. So that was the point where Henry ends up introducing himself again, but then whispers to Tom's ear about how Doug's having wet dreams. And he starts laughing. Don't you think you're a little too old for that?
Because earlier, Doug had brought up to the doctor that he has a friend who's, having these nocturnal admissions at night, and the doctor's like, yeah, well, just stay off the juice.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I'll tell my friend that. But then we get back to the house and she says she's going to go to sleep. And she looks at Henry and says, I guess I'll see you too tomorrow. And before he leaves, she says, yeah, thank you for being so nice to me today. I don't want you to strike out tomorrow. So talk to me about lilies. I'm a sucker for lilies. And he says, thanks for the tip. And Marlon says that if you don't have to rush off, little boy, stick around. You earn yourself a couple beers. And they end up talking at the end of the dock about what he's going to do in the future. And Henry tells him about his boating trip to study some undersea animals or water life. And Henry suggests that there could be a better way than her just finding out every day that they couldn't trick her that day.
Which, of course, Doug gets butthurt about it and gets very defensive in regards of it.
Yeah, he's like, somebody gonna beat you up. And Marlon's like, who, you?
He's like, no, Daddy, I thought you would.
Well, Henry didn't really say an idea at that time, but when he goes back to his car to leave, he ends up taking the notebook that was given to Lucy about her research and her accident and stuff.
Which, if I was Henry, the fact that he took that scrapbook, you knew he already had an idea coming to mind. I would have talked that through with Marlon and Doug. Like, I know he's like the romance in her life, but at the end of the day, that is her family. They are her caretakers. They're the ones that have the full final say.
Well, the next day he shows up to Lucy when she pulls up to her house, and he brings her some flowers, beautiful ones. And he asks, she asks, who are they from? And he says, I can't tell you, but I want to give you this. And he gives her a VHS tape. And she says, Dad, look, I have a secret admirer. After Lucy goes inside to play the tape, Marlon asks Henry, what are you doing? And he said, I want to try something new. If it doesn't work, then she'll reset. I'll try again tomorrow. So Lucy plays the tape, and it's a tape of everything that she's missed in the last year because of the accident. It explains what's been going on in the world, what happened with her, and who the people are around her now. In the tape, there's a part where Henry is explaining who he is and how they met. And it kind of demonstrates what happens with them. And he has Ula playing Lucy in this hilarious example of how they met. And he also has Sue and Nick, the chef from the restaurant, they met at. And they all leave a message, like this little heartfelt message. Well, after the video is over, she asks, how many times have I watched this? And Marlon says, today's the first time. And she goes out to the pier to thank, and Henry says she's cried for about an hour, but that's not too bad. The others should be ready to see your friends and get her life back together.
So before we get too far, I was watching this with our cub last night, doing my notes and all those things. And it got to the part where Ula was portraying Lucy, and he's got these big coconuts on, and he got like a mop on his head. Mm-hmm. And then he like bends over and starts licking the coconut.
That was after, though. He was like, oh, your hands smell like fish. That really gets me going.
Our cub goes like, why is she licking her boob? And he starts pointing at my boob, and he's like, can you lick your boob? I was like, no, we're not entertaining this conversation. Like, get off of this. And also, when she like turns around from the pier, she's not wearing a bra. Her nips are very pointy and showing.
You don't do that a lot in this movie.
Nice.
But Henry says we can do this every day. And Marlon says, we'll leave it up to her. Well, Lucy comes over and says, so how is the cow? And Henry says, same as you. Every day they have to convince her she's a cow. And Henry and her go out to the point where she had wrecked. And they just, kind of talk and flirting with each other. And she says, why couldn't I have met you one day before the accident? And Henry says, don't worry, because if you hung out with me for more than one day, you'd realize I'm a bore. And she says, yeah, it takes less than one day. And then he was like, yeah, your brain problems is causing me a lot of pain.
Which I'm curious, what is the time frame on all of this? Because it seems like they don't ever tell you how many days it's been, how many weeks, etc. But it seems like he is off every single day. He has a full-time job as a vet. So how is he at the how's he doing this?
I mean, this is just like every other movie. You don't get to see people go to the restroom. You don't get to see people doing all regular stuff, paying bills, paying rent and shit. Like, it just shows you their free time.
This is more like, how long has it been? Like, I don't know. This is a movie that you kind of need, like,
no, you don't.
Maybe like a couple weeks. Like at the very bottom, it could be like 2 weeks later. Or like it's October 2nd and then later on it's like, oh, it's November.
One of those useless details you want to know about.
Yes.
Let's make a prequel about this movie about him with the animals. No, nobody cares about that. Anyways, a little later on that day, they get some people together on the beach with Ula and some kind of traditional dance that he's wearing this weird-ass
it looks like a seaweed
suit. And it gathers Lucy's old friends there, and they're all talking about how they've been since her wreck. And then one of them was like, so every day you remind her of y'all's love together? He's like, yes, ma'am.
It was that pregnant woman.
Yeah, she smacks her husband, and she's like, you asshole.
Yeah, why can't you be? Well, he's already like, she's talking about how she got pregnant, and he's like, yeah, I got her on the first try. And she's kind of already looking like, why would you say that? So she was kind of already in her feelings. But that was the lady that was also in Grown Ups. So it seems like Adam Sandler kind of sticks to the same actors and actresses.
Well, it doesn't seem like that. He does that.
Okay, well,
just like every other movie, like I think that Rob Schneider or what's his name, Dave,
the factory worker,
David Spade.
No,
is that the
James?
Oh,
yeah. So any movie that Rob Schneider or David Spade is in, you'll see Adam Sandler doing a little thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good stuff. But then later that night, Lucy has the video camera and she's making a video with Henry, and he's telling him about himself. She asked him, "Do you love me?" And he says, "Pretty much. I love you more than someone can love another person." And she says, "How do I feel about you?" And he says, "You're excited about me being a chicken wing champion, and you've been dying to make out with me for quite some time now." And then they kiss. And she said, "Wow, nothing beats a first kiss."
I feel like for Henry, for me personally, I don't think I would have the patience for this repetitiveness that needs to be done. I think I could handle what like Marlon and Doug does, because I mean, like, obviously it's the daughter sister type of thing. Like, you would find patience for that. But as a lover, boyfriend, girlfriend type of situation, I don't think I could do it.
Well, Henry does it. And he does it for a few more days because there's this small little montage of them kissing in different places.
And every single time she somehow says, "Nothing beats a first kiss."
That's true. But on the last time, he tries to feel her boob, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And you're trying to get a feel ski. And he says, "Well, this is the 23rd time, so I just thought I deserve a little more." And she says, "I don't know. For me, it feels like the first time." And he said, "Well, the 23rd time for me, the first time for you, it's about the 12th time." And Hawaiian law says, after the 12th date, I'm entitled to unlimited boob access. And he takes her to meet old Jocko, the walrus. And Lucy asks Jocko if he thinks her and Henry are ready to take their relationship to the next level. And Jocko shakes his head, yes.
Well, Henry's behind him doing this hand motion to get Jocko to say yes.
And then she says, "Do you think I should take him to the next room and take advantage of him?" And Jocko kind of hesitates, but then he nods yes. And she says, "I saw that hand gesture, and I'm glad you did it." And she starts kissing him, and they go into this room, his office area, where she leaves the sliding door open, and they're just making out while the dolphins are nodding in approval. Once he tells the dolphins to go away, he lays her down on the couch, and while they're making out, he looks up and sees Ula swimming in the tank. Watching them, he's giving the thumbs up and rubbing his nipples and doing all kind of weird stuff.
Weird.
This dude is weird as hell. Is he blind out of that one eye?
I think so. Yeah. Even though when at one point of the movie he said that the one that's not white is technically his good or his bad eye or something like that.
Well, afterwards, they're by a fire watching the dolphins jump, and he's singing out for her a sweet little song by the ukulele.
Forgetful Lucy.
They spent the rest of the night together in Lucy's house, and they're laying with each other, and he's trying to tell her not to fall asleep. So their theory is they try to stay up all night, and if she would have stayed up, she may have been able to retain the day before. But they both end up falling asleep.
If I was Henry, I would have set an alarm or not fell asleep or like get up before she wakes up. Because I mean, like, that would have been too much in the morning.
Well, before they do fall asleep, he whispers to her, "Lucy, would you marry me?" And she says, "Of course." And he says, "Don't forget about me." And she says, "Never." Well, the next morning, she wakes up and sees Henry in her bed, and she screams because she doesn't know who he is, and he's trying to explain like who he is, what he's done, but she is not listening. She hits him in the head with a racquetball, like racket, and Marlon and Doug finally come in there, and they let her know that, you know, hey, he is who he says he is. And that's when Dr. Keats has to show up, and he looks at Henry's head, and he's like, he'll be okay. But was your head always shaped like that? And Doug has this overreaction about his head. He's like, hey, don't you make fun of his head? Okay, he does the best he can. And Dr. Keats like, yeah, that's a side effect of the juice.
And he's like, get off of the juice.
Off the juice, Doug. So have you told Lucy about the trip? And say, no, there's nothing to tell because I'm not going to go. I can't be that far away for a year and then ruin all the progress she's made. And the doctor says, no, that's what you want to believe. He says, I know deep down you want to believe that, but she doesn't remember anything.
Which that's good that the doctor's being real and legit instead of trying to give the false hope that Henry has.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd rather have a doctor tell me.
And he was like, I wish my wife had what Lucy had.
Yeah, because he called his wife's mother a fat something. Like
like the hair on somebody's ass or some shit. He went on her, and then he just walked out.
Yeah.
Later on that day, Ula's just relaxing in the aquarium with the dolphins, and Henry says, get back to work. And if that's one of those special brownies, don't let the dolphins eat it. And Ula says, well, how do you think I get them to do flips and play with the white kids?
Well, the scene before, after all of this conversation, you missed the part where Lucy was at the top of the stairs with the door open, listening to all of this conversation.
That's when Lucy comes up and says, how's your head? And he says, oh, it's good. And she comes to see him, but she shows him this journal that she writes in every night. She said the journal is like, because she's told every day about her life by other people, but the journal is like her telling herself how her life is, and that she doesn't have to, believe other people. She can believe herself. Yeah, but she was nervous to meet the guy who makes her fall in love with him every day. And he says, why? Because I don't live up to the hype? And she says, no, it's because I have to break up with you. Because it's not fair to Henry to have to do this every day. Like her dad and her brother, it's not fair to all of them to have to change their lives for her. Which
is very nice of her that she's putting other people's feelings and lives before her. I think that's very nice of her. Very giving.
And her plan is to just erase him from her life completely, as if he didn't exist at all. So there is no future with her because he wants to have a career,
wife,
marriage,
kids,
children. And he said, I asked you to marry me last night and you said yes. And kids, I don't know. We can work on that. She says she has to make a new journal without him. But she said, before I do, I want you to read what I wrote about you. So later that night, she's typing up the journal for him on the computer. Well, he's typing for her on the computer instead of handwritten journal. So he retypes it and prints it out, the new journal where he is not in it at all.
Which is a little side snippets where there's one where she wrote that they made love that night. It was great, or it wasn't very long, but it was amazing, or something along those lines. And he was like, okay, we'll take that off. Yeah. It's not about the length of the time.
Well, they burned the old papers, and he says, well, I guess that's that. And he's kind of heartbroken, so he starts to leave in the middle of the rain. And she says, wait, can I have one last first kiss? And he says, yeah. And it's like this deep, beautiful kiss. And he lets her go, and he leaves her standing in the rain with no bra and a white t-shirt.
Which I'm really surprised.
And a burning trash can in a fucking yard for some reason.
Well, they had to burn the notebook. So it was symbolic. They were in the garage burning the notebook.
Together.
Brush trash can fire.
Which my grandparents, they have that big barrel. They're like in the country, like they don't have access to taking their trash to the dumps or the trash person. So they'll take their trash to this big ass barrel and just set that shit on fire. And that's how they get rid of their trash.
Okay. Burning plastics and all kinds of shit.
Well, they'll recycle
putting
some of that stuff. But
all kind of mess.
I'm really surprised. Yeah, she doesn't wear bras in this. Wow. In this movie.
And she doesn't need to.
No, she doesn't. She has flawless boobs, big perky boobs. Which I'm surprised Henry is for real. Like he just left, and which is very honorable because he's going off of what she's wanting instead of just being like, okay, your life, like you're gonna be resetted, and like he's trying to go off of what she wants.
And then there's this sad montage of both of them being separated, doing what they do on their daily lives. And he's fixing up the ship, getting ready to go on this trip. And she's painting, doing stuff that they both individually love. She's with her class now at the hospital. And one of the trips is actually to where Henry worked at. And he sees her, but he doesn't say anything. And then we see Henry talking to the walrus, telling him that, he's got to go off the island and that he'd take him with him, but he's been in captivity for so long, he's become a pansy and he couldn't defend himself out in the wild. And he tells Jocko goodbye, and then he's getting on a boat. But Jocko, I guess, kind of tells him, hey, I got ladies. And he's like, oh, you got her?
It's like Rose.
And her?
Yep.
Her and her and her?
Yeah.
Like 3 women, man.
Which, by the way, do walruses, even the females, have tusks? Because the first one that he pointed to didn't have a tusk. But then when he said her, and you seen it, it was one without a tusk and one with a tusk. And then when he said the 3 names, there was 2 that had tusks and 1 that didn't. So I'm like, do the females have tusks?
I'm not sure. But he's telling Ula and his kids and Alexa. Ula said something in Hawaiian as he's about to get on this boat and leave. And he says something in Hawaiian, and Henry says, what does that mean? It means bring me back a t-shirt. And he gives him a hug and says, my size is medium husky. And the kids all do a flip into the water. And this is like this perfectly great flip. These kids are very talented. And he's like, oh man, let me show you how it's done. And he goes and he does try to do a front flip, but he ends up doing this terrible belly flop and splatting right into the water.
He rips his stitches.
Oh my God. And that's when Marlon and Doug show up with a little gift just to wish you a bon voyage. They bring him a gift from Nick and Sue, which is a box of Spam and Reese's. And Doug says, oh, I love Spam and Reese's. Can I have it? And Henry says, I guess. And he takes the box back.
And just walks away.
And then Henry asks, how's Lucy? And Marlon says she's living at the Institute now.
For 3 weeks.
And Lucy says she didn't want to be a burden to her, to Marlon or Doug, and they couldn't talk her out of it. But she's doing really great up there, and she's teaching an art class to the others, and she gets to paint every day, and she's actually singing again. And he says, I got a little gift for you when... He gives Henry a little wrapped gift. It looks like a CD. And he says it's from one sailor to another. Alexa looks at Doug and says, Henry didn't tell me about you and your fisherman muscles. Can I touch them? And Doug says, sure. And he starts flexing his arm, getting the biceps ready. And she grabs his ass. And she says, yes.
Which it sucks that Marlon and Doug, they think the best that they can for Lucy. And she ends up telling herself that they're a burden, etc. It goes to, I think overall, I think that's probably the best choice and decision for all of them. Marlon and Doug can get back to their lives. I know they're trying to be selfish or selfless, but can they truly take care of Lucy the way that she needs to? And it sucks that they put their life on pause, but that was very great that they did that.
While Henry's out at sea, he opens up the gift from Marlon, and it was a CD of the Beach Boys, which is the song that Lucy sings all the time when she's happy. And he's like, oh, that's nice, because it'll remind me of the wonderful times that I had with your daughter. And he's like, what an asshole. And then we see him crying as he's singing the song, but while he's out at sea, Henry determines that Marlon was trying to tell him something. And so he thinks that Lucy remembers him, so he turns the boat around.
Because Marlon told him that she's back to singing.
And then we see Lucy in her class, and one of the students asks, excuse me, what am I doing? And she says, you're painting a picture.
You're doing so good.
You're doing a good job. And he says, oh. And he looks back at the canvas, and it's this little stick figure, and sees a terrible drawing. He says, holy shit, I suck. And then we see Henry run into the hospital, and he gets stopped by one of the security guards and say, can I help you, sir? And Henry says, yeah, I have an appointment. And the security guard says, yeah, what's your name? And he says, and one of the security guards comes up, the one that messed up earlier, and he's like, oh man, I feel bad for you. He has a memory problem. Go on up, sir. And so Henry just runs up there screaming, Lucy, Lucy. He runs into 10-second Tom, and he tries to get past him in the stairwell, and he runs into the classroom, sees Lucy, and says, do you have any idea who I am? And she looks at him for a long time and says, no. And he says, oh, that sucks. And she says, what's your name? He said, I'm Henry. And she says, Henry, I want to show you something. And when you come with me, will you come with me? And he says, okay.
Before you get to that, the same guy that said that he sucks at drawing, another gentleman ends up being like, well, do you know who that is? He's like, dude, I don't even know who I am.
And the guy in the wheelchair is like, oh, you're Pablo Picasso. And he's like, really? And they both look at his painting, and he says, no, not really.
Oh, gosh.
Messed up.
But how would they know who Pablo Picasso is?
They got the long term, man. They ain't got the short term.
Damn.
But Henry goes into Lucy's little studio, and she has all kind of art projects, and they all depict some kind of version or resemblance of Henry.
Did you see the one that's literally a shape of a like the body of a man, but then the head is an egg?
So he is in her mind or in her brain somewhere on some level. She does remember him, but she tells him, "I don't know who you are, but I dream about you almost every night."
How would she remember her dreams?
And she says, "Well, a lot of people remember their dreams."
No, but she has short-term memory loss.
She resets every night,
so she wouldn't remember her dreams.
You don't dream at 11 and then forget everything until 6
has a diary, and she probably just puts it in. Hey, my dream was about
a dream journal.
Yeah.
Even that, like you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you dream at 4:30.
Not everybody remembers. I don't ever remember my dreams unless they're like nightmares.
No,
but I mean,
you remember your crap because every time you're like, I was getting chased.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
nightmares.
always being chased.
I remember my scary dreams, but I don't remember like other dreams.
But you remember some, and that's all you need. And she remembers these. And she says, I dream of you almost every night. And she says, why? And he says, what would you say if I told you that notebook you read every day? It used to have a lot of other stuff in there about me in there. And she says, I would say that makes a lot of sense. And he says, you erased me from your memories because you thought you were holding me back from having a happy, full life. But you made a mistake, because being with you is the only way I can have a full and happy life. You're the girl of my dreams, and apparently I'm the man of yours. And Henry and Lucy, they're about to lean in for a kiss. And then that's when damn Tom busts in and says, hey, it's nice to meet you.
Why is he just walking everywhere? If he resets every 10 seconds, you would think that there would be people paying attention to this man constantly.
You don't know if he's going to the bathroom, if he got to eat, if he got to poop.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Henry says, go on back outside another 10 seconds and I'll meet you again. And then they kiss. And then we see Lucy waking up. As she wakes up, she notices a TV and a VHS tape. And it says, Good Morning, Lucy. And the tape plays everything that has happened since her wreck. All of her friends, her life with Henry, everything. Their wedding where Ula was the officiant. So they got married. And at the end of the video, we see Henry says it's pretty cold outside, so make sure you put a jacket on before you come up.
Man, did you see that Ula, when he officiated, that he was talking mad shit about his wife?
Yeah,
he was like, would you want to wake up to an old, crusty, like, fat broad, and then you see his wife, which and she's like, flicked her off, flicked him off. But I mean, this woman did push out 5 fucking kids. So, I mean, that can't happen. So,
well, she goes over and looks out the window, and it turns out that she is actually on a boat up far, far north.
Fucking icebergs everywhere.
On Henry's boat. And then when she comes up, Henry and her dad, and they have a little girl there too. And Henry says, would you like to meet your daughter? As she embraces her, the camera circles the boat, and she says, Grandpa's here too. He's hi, sweetheart. And we hear somewhere beyond the rainbow. And then we see the walruses kissing each other as the screen goes black and the words go up on 51st dates.
So he released the walruses in the fucking wild so he could get...
No, it goes back to them.
It was back them in the aquarium.
For some reason, it went back. It was weird because it kind of messed up to the sentimental moment, oh, that's really nice. Then it goes to the walrus.
With the little kisses.
Yeah, and I was like, they should have did that after the credits or something.
Which, I'll do my one and final hindsight. So, with the video that he did with the Good Morning Lucy, with the wedding and things like that, he should have added the fact that she has a daughter. That daughter is 5 or 6, 4 to 6 years old. So he should have added. So I think that would be, I would have added that.
Well, I'm sure that was in the video. I mean, like I said, they don't show him pissing and pooping.
But I will say at the very end, I normally don't watch through the credits, but during the podcast, I do try to go through. So at the very end of this movie, they had a dedication, and I want to read it. It said, this movie is dedicated to Stanley Sandler, my father, my mentor, my teacher, my coach, my idol, my hero, my family leader, my mom's best friend, and by far the coolest guy I have ever known. We will miss you every day, but we will always try to make you proud. So yeah, I want to add that to it. So yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, I think I put myself on the job of whatever things at the end of the credit I will let y'all know what it is.
And we will let you know if you're doing a good job. But let's get into some facts after our review of 50 First Dates.
Extra, extra, hear all about it.
We got the facts.
All right, I'll start this bad boy off with Drew Barrymore's character, Lucy, had to relive the same day over 40 times. Barrymore had to film the same scenes repeatedly, which was emotionally and physically exhausting. Grizz?
I don't know where I got mine from, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that they was like, there's a visible zit on Drew Barrymore's face at the beginning and then the end of this movie.
What the hell?
Exactly. I'm like, why would they fucking have to put that in there, man? But yeah, there's a visible zit on Drew Barrymore's face. So,
okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Me?
Yeah, Koala.
In an early scene, a dentist and a woman in the dentist's chair are seen talking with each other. The woman playing the dentist is Jackie Sandler, Adam's wife, and the woman in the chair is played by Linda Siegel, director Peter Siegel's wife, who is a dentist in real life. Panda.
How about that? Adam Sandler performed most of his own stunts. Sandler is known for doing his own stunts, and in 50 First Dates, he performed many physical comedy scenes himself. Grizz?
All right. So, among the first films in history to be released on Blu-ray DVD, alongside popular names of The Terminator, Underworld Evolution, Hitch, House of Flying Daggers, and The Fifth Element with Triple X. Koala?
Of the three movies Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore made together, this is the only one that was number one at the box office and made over $100 million. Panda.
The filming location in Hawaii was affected by a hurricane. The cast and crew had to evacuate the island due to Hurricane Jemina, causing delays and changes to the film's schedule. Grizz?
All right, the neurological condition from which Lucy suffers, Goldfield syndrome, is entirely fictional. I was hoping that's going to be, okay, somebody actually has this. But there's no amnesia with short-term memory. Well, there is, but it's like a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes. And then there's a long-term one, which is a couple of days or a couple of weeks. But falling asleep has nothing to do with these. Because it's like whenever you fall asleep, your brain resets itself. So it fixes whatever problems that you have. But yeah, it's fiction. Koala.
This movie is dedicated to Adam Sandler's father, Stan Sandler, who died while the movie was in production. Panda?
The movie is loosely based on a true story. The film writer, George Wing, was inspired by a man who suffered from short-term memory loss due to a head injury. Grizz?
You said the diner was hit by a hurricane?
The whole island was.
Oh, island? Oh, shit. Well, the diner where Lucy...
how would the diner be the only thing that was hit by the hurricane if it's on an island?
Somebody hated that diner, boy.
It was right on the edge, but the diner wasn't set on the water. It was set inland. And that wasn't the only movie that this diner, which was a house movie it was in. So it was in Tears of the Sun, and it was also in Jurassic Park. Koala?
Okay, you just took my next one, so let me skip that one. The film's first script took place in Seattle, the screenwriter George Wing's hometown, but then they decided to change it up, which I don't think it would have worked if it was in Seattle. But anyhow, Panda.
Drew Barrymore character Lucy has a unique condition, though, what was it, Gold
filled
syndrome is fictional. Lucy suffers from anterograde amnesia, which prevents her from forming new memories. This condition is real and affects a small percentage of the population. Grizz?
That's it.
Oh, man. Me? Drew didn't want to rehearse the singing scene. I don't want to hear it or see it until we shoot the first time. Drew told HuffPost, I want that reaction to be genuine. I don't want to fake it. We want something more spontaneous. Panda?
Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore have great on-screen chemistry. This was the second movie they starred in together following The Wedding Singer in 1998. They would also star in another movie called Blended in 2014. Koala?
Drew and her production partner almost passed on the project, that the script ultimately got lost in the shuffle and was forgotten about for several years. Nancy added that once they learned that Adam had merely read the script, it sealed the deal for her and Drew. All they had to do was convince him to commit. We pretty much stalk Adam the way we did for The Wedding Singer, she joked. Panda?
The movie features a memorable soundtrack. The soundtrack includes hits like Hold On by Good Charlotte, Love Song by Wayne Wonder, and Ula Ula by Ryukyuk Underground.
Don't forget Hawaii 5-0.
Koala.
Adam said that while he initially read the script and thought it was sweet and nice, it took some convincing from Drew to finally move forward with the project. I sat down at my typewriter and typed Adam a letter. I just believed in my heart that we were supposed to do this film, Drew said in the dating scene. We're all thanking our lucky stars that the letter worked. Once Drew was psyched, I got psyched, Adam said. Panda.
The movie's ending was rewritten. Initially, the ending was more dramatic, but test audience preferred a happier ending. The final version shows Lucy remembering Henry and the two reuniting. Koala?
This movie has been used in couples counseling. Peter told Bustle that the movie has been used by counselors as a tool to show how much you would do for your spouse or your significant other. He also shared that therapists considered Henry's response to Lucy's condition pretty abnormal, dubbing his actions something you should try in your own relationship to do whatever you can.
Wow.
Panda?
That is it for me.
Oh, God, I got like 10 more. Okay, the song Forgetful Lucy, which Henry sings to Lucy to tell her that he loves her despite her amnesia, was penned by Adam. Although there are cameos from several comedy legends in the movie, casting director Roger Mussenden told Bustle that everyone on set was over the moon about working with Dan Aykroyd. I'll tell you who was a superstar when he walked into the room that even Adam bent a knee. Dan Aykroyd, he said. He came in and couldn't be a sweeter guy. He was just a lovely, lovely man. Okay, the dating scene, Adam revealed that he wrote the character of Ula after meeting several fearless watermen in Hawaii. These men were not afraid of sharks or Hawaiian aquatic life and sported the scars to prove it, giving Adam inspiration for the character. He also said that writing the character into the film gave him the perfect excuse to work with Rob Schneider, one of his close friends and frequent collaborators.
I got another fact.
Okay.
The clinic that Lucy visits is called the Callahan Institute, and Dr. Keats, who's Dan Aykroyd, states that it is funded out of Sandusky, Ohio by T.B. Callahan, the automotive components tycoon. In Tommy Boy, the 1995 film, Aykroyd plays a revival automotive components tycoon that is attempting to purchase Tom or T.B. Callahan's company.
Yeah, that's the director is the director of Tommy Boy too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's handy.
Okay, well, we keep going. When the movie was first shopped around Hollywood, it was called 50 First Kisses. Peter told Entertainment Weekly that they ultimately decided to change the name because marketing found that the term kisses was turning off guys. According to Drew, the original script she read was much more of a drama. Although she told HuffPost that she loved the writing in the original, Adam was already hard at work infusing the script with the comedic bits it's now famous for. The movie's ending is notably not the happiest, which is unique for a rom-com. Peter told Entertainment Weekly that the production company originally wanted to cure Lucy to give the movie a happy ending, but we all know that didn't happen. I'm so glad everybody supported this bittersweet ending because that's what was so heartbreaking about it, and she has to re-experience this every day, he said. In the original script, the movie ends with Lucy waking up to see a mural intended to jog her memory with a timeline of their entire relationship painted on her bedroom ceiling. Peter told Entertainment Weekly that while this finish worked well enough, they decided to take things to Alaska instead. The new ending not only depicts the end of Lucy's story, but also shows Henry fulfilling his lifelong dream of studying walruses in their natural habitat. To this day, it's the best ending to any movie that I've ever done. Okay, in the movie, Henry films a video reminding Lucy of their love story so she can watch it every morning. In 2015, the Hebrew Home at Riverdale in New York took this approach by having the families of dementia patients record videos designed to help them break through morning mental fog. Charlotte Dell, the Home's Director of Social Services, told NBC that the idea was directly inspired by 50's First Dates. It was a fluff, but it made me think, how could that translate to our residents with memory loss? 50 First Dates not only marked the first time Kevin, James, and Adam worked together, but it was also Kevin's first movie role. After James appeared in the montage featuring Adam's character's ex-lovers, the pair hit it off. They since worked on several films together, which I guess that kind of confirmed that he was bisexual. And I think this is my last one. We adore the movie's restaurant scenes, and if you can believe it, the first draft included even more of them. Peter told Entertainment Weekly that one of the first things he did when he agreed to take on the project was work with Adam to open the movie up because it felt very claustrophobic. Adam's new scenes incorporated a lot more physical comedy. He was responsible for the hilarious penguin decoy scene, as well as the moment when Lucy saves Henry with a baseball bat. So yeah, I guess one of the facts did confirm that he was bisexual. But then why, when he was talking to Alexa, that he said he's not interested in men?
Maybe he tried it and didn't like it. There you go.
Guess so.
Let's move on to our final thoughts. I thought 50 First Dates was a good one. It was a good movie, good love story for sure, pretty unrealistic, but it was about the devotion of what one man would do for a woman, and he went above and beyond because a lot of people would not do this. But he found loving her and he just pursued it. He wanted to do it nonstop. It was a great story. It had a lot of humor in there, I think at the right moments and the right amount of seriousness as well, which made the movie all the more awesome. But I would say it was a good one simply because the replayability is not there. I've seen this story. Okay, don't really want to see it again. Not that I wouldn't watch it again, but you know, it's just you've seen it, so let's not see it again. Anyways, I think everybody would see this as a good one at least because acting was great. Got to see Drew Barrymore's boobs. Just my personal interest in it is what makes it not a great one. Koala? Hi. I'm Panda. And if you went to a restaurant and the guy stuck his hand in your food. Hi, I'm Panda. If you went to a restaurant and a guy stuck his hand in your food, would you say that 50 First Dates is a good one?
Man,
I'm Panda.
Man, I'll be making that motherfucker paying for a new thing of food. I'm not eating anything that a complete stranger has put their hands on my food. There's no telling when the last time that motherfucker washed his hands.
Well,
that is disgusting.
The great thing is we didn't see her eat the food.
We didn't see nothing.
She did only drink the coffee or the water. Which, by the way, side note, she didn't use a straw. She was just using the cup.
That's what I do in a restaurant.
Ew. When's the last? You don't know.
That's how you get hepatitis, man.
Yeah, I always use a straw. But I mean, I guess if the cup is dirty, if the outside where your lips are dirty, then the whole cup could be.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so I think this is a good one. I think the comedy is hilarious. I was laughing throughout the whole entire movie. The acting is great. I like all of them. I didn't think any one of them needed to be replaced. I think the story-wise was good. I can't ever decide if Henry putting that much work into Lucy every single day is creepy or romantic and sweet. Like the fact that she doesn't remember, like I don't.
I was listening to a YouTube thing about it, and it was like his side is all sweet and romantical. Her side is kind of like a horror story. You got this dude every day, just chasing you and trying to get you, and
creepy
he's a stalker,
yeah.
And all of a sudden you wake up and you're in the middle of an ocean with this guy. Like, what the fuck?
At least the dad was there, you know. I do want to know more of the timeline. Like, has it been weeks? Has it been months? Like, I don't know. That's just me wanting more of the backstory.
A couple of years since she had a daughter.
Well, yeah, that is true because she was several years old. I think it's definitely one to watch every so often. Like, if it comes onto the TV, I'm not changing. Like, I think it's a good one to watch. So overall, I think it's a good one.
Grizz? If your wife couldn't remember the day before for the rest of her life, would you create a video to explain how her life is supposed to be? Or would you put her in some kind of institute and find a new wife?
You totally would put her in a...
Or just say that 50 First Dates is a good one.
I'm making that video, bro. Kay's awesome, man. She's awesome. I still try to get a life with her, but I say this is a great one. I don't really like and laugh at a bunch of rom-coms, but this is the one that's like, okay, yeah, this is nice. Because I think the other one that I think I like is which one with Ryan Reynolds and what's her name? Sandra Bullock. Mm-hmm. What was that one?
The Proposal. Those
are the only two that I'm like, yeah, I know these two. Without I don't know any other rom-coms. I'm a action, I'm a comedy, I'm a horror, I'm a animation guy. So this one, I mean, to make, what was it, $100 and something million? 200 and whatever it was. It's got to be a great one, right? So I'll put it up there because it every time I watch it, I love the funny Hawaiian accents. I love them doing different cameos or hinting to other movies like Tommy Boy, and I like this movie. I think it's a great movie.
That's all right. Well, there it is, guys. Our movie review and thoughts on 50 First Dates. Now we're going to move into a movie 20 questions, which will be hosted by Koala.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
Let the interrogation begin.
So I will say, didn't know I was supposed to be doing this, so this is just one that I came up with. So this is coming from Sam from Murfreesboro.
Harry Potter.
There it is. And we got it. Focus on the year, or do you want to get the genre down? What we want?
Hold on, let me reset this.
Let's get that genre down.
Oh, you want the genre down? Okay, we'll go first the genre this time.
Okay.
All right. Is this a sci-fi? I don't know if she really do sci-fi. I'm thinking fantasy.
Fantasy?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Magic, werewolves, all that shit. Fantasy. And I think we need to eliminate the other ones. Because we could probably guess them all 3 in one, and then we'd be struggling trying to figure out.
Horror?
Yeah, but she likes horror.
Oh.
Maybe we should do one.
Fantasy, romantic comedy, maybe? No. Mystery?
Maybe just do one.
Okay.
You truly think that's fantasy?
I think it's fantasy, bro. If it's not fantasy, we marked one out.
So is that your question?
Drama. Whatever, one. But, God dang it.
Is this a fantasy and drama? Or drama? Fantasy or drama? Is it one of the two?
Oh, you added it too. Yes.
It's one of the two. See what I mean?
Dude, I told you. It's okay, man.
I think we go year now.
Okay.
We'll get closer to it.
2005, 2010.
It's really small.
I'm writing these things down, and y'all are making me already.
Right until we ask you. Yeah, fool. This movie from 2000, it made in between 2000 and 2010.
2000 and 2010.
It's 10 years.
No.
See? We would have got that no and been curious about 2000, 2005. So we're good. So it's not between there. So it could be 2011 to 2020 or 90 to 99.
Newer. 2011 to 2020.
Was this movie made in 2011 to 2020?
No.
Mm-hmm. Could be more recent, or it could be in the 90s. Could be the 80s too, 70s.
Well, I know I feel like she said she don't like, but she could be throwing us off. But she don't like older movies like that.
I don't know. She do like older horror movies. Nosferatu was fantasy and horror.
She like that bullshit.
Well, she wanted to watch all the classic ones at least.
Oh.
Did we though?
Them. Yeah, watch Hunchback of Notre Dame. That wasn't that bad.
The first one?
Yeah.
And then we didn't watch anymore.
It was a silent film. Oh, okay. Let's do. Is it made between 2021 and now?
Yes.
Recent. But now we gotta get the year down.
What's a good fantasy? Do they have a...
Does this... No. Let's do... Maybe they close the year.
Yeah. Let's do 2021.
This movie made in 2021?
You just gonna leave it at 2000? Okay. He asked that question. He fucked you over. And the answer is no. That's right, so
22 to 25. Well, I'll say 24. Ain't nothing come out of there. 22 to 25.
22 to 25. Okay, let's just get the year. 22 to 2.
2022?
2022.
Yes.
2022.
6 questions.
Does this movie have vampires in it?
No.
No vampires.
Does this movie have witches in it?
No. 8 questions.
I was thinking about that Old Guard movie from Netflix.
I don't think you've seen that.
You never seen Old Guard?
No, and we don't have Netflix.
It's got the lady from Underworld in there, and they're like, I don't know if they're a vampire. They're like they're not invincible. What's the word? Immortal. They're like some type of immortal, and it's like there's only a couple of them in the world, and they have to go through this process to become immortal. But she was like, "Yeah, I think you'll like it."
We don't got Netflix, but I'd be down to watch that though.
Is this a holiday movie?
No. 9 questions.
You gotta say.
And let's see. I want to say if it's got magic in it, but
yeah,
what about let's say, I don't know. Don't write it down, Sam. Hold on, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to have a conversation. So let's say
learn
fantasy. Does that include aliens? So does this have aliens in it? Right? Is that a good question?
Sure, it's more sci-fi.
Well,
I mean, it could be a drama though. Still, we don't know. If we did drama and fantasy, we got a yes. So it's one of those.
Oh,
well, it could be both. I don't know.
Was your alien question still valid or no?
Do we have a bunch of good alien movies this year?
In 2022?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there was Nope. That was about aliens. In 2022. There was Moonfall.
When did Dune come out?
Dune? I think it was 2023.
Oh, damn.
24. I don't know. I didn't watch that shit. It's too long.
People mad at you about that shit.
It was too long, man. That first one was way too long. I mean, I watched most of it.
Is there magic in here?
Is that a valid question, or you're looking at Panda, like wanting to talk about it?
Is that a good question?
The man asked a question, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Magic. No.
No magic.
That's 10.
Because I think that Fantastic Beasts came out that year, and that's a kind of Harry Potter thing, ain't it? I know she loves that, but I don't think she's that retarded. Okay, so do you want to ask if it's a fantasy or sci-fi? Well, not fantasy, a drama or fantasy? Just one question, bro.
Yeah, but we getting up in questions. We're halfway done, man. So,
yeah, you already got 10.
I was thinking too. Okay, so I'll do then. Is this a sci-fi movie?
No.
No, that one's out. So no space, no future technologies, no time travel, no robots, no AI.
So no superheroes. Yeah, no aliens. Pinocchio came out that year, didn't it? The Disney one, the live action one. But is that fantasy?
Is that the Netflix one? They had a Netflix Pinocchio.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, but she don't do Netflix, so no superhero.
No superhero? How do you know there's no superhero?
Because it's sci-fi.
I guess some superhero movies are sci-fi. Huh? I guess if any one of them with Batman or Iron Man.
I believe Thor, Love and
yeah, they got spaceships in there.
Yeah. Should we ask if this is animated?
Sure.
This movie animated?
No.
Bunch of no's, big dog.
Oh, we're getting a bunch of no's.
All the no's.
This is harder than normal.
Did this movie come out within the first 6 months of 2022?
First 6 months? No.
A lot of no's, big dog. So
that's 13.
It'll come out in the second half of the 2022. So I think we're going in the wrong direction. This is a real drama movie. If there's no fantasy, there's no magic, there's no werewolves,
there's no sci-fi,
no aliens, no spaceships. So it's just a drama, I believe. We win drama.
So we can ask if there's any A-list celebrities in here, maybe? Or based off books, based on a real story or something like that.
Is this a movie she just picked out, or is she one she's seen?
She just said picked out.
That's what she said?
Yeah. Because she didn't have no time to do it, so.
Motherfucker. She don't know nothing about this guy.
Shit.
Okay, is this a period piece?
Like
what the fuck's that mean?
II or
back
50s,
in time.
Yeah. Like Vikings era or Roman era.
Anything set back in time. 1930s.
Yes.
Going back in time. I don't mean fucking yesterday either. This happened last week.
I can't tell you specifics, but yes.
That was set back then.
Seen this one.
I was thinking Woman King, Amsterdam, The Northman.
Anything with the Till movie came out then, but
Till?
Yeah, the Emmett Till story.
Oh.
But I don't think she. Do you like slavery stuff?
Are you wanting to use that as a question?
No.
loves slavery shit.
I will.
She white.
I will watch it and see if it's good, but I'm not gonna be like, no, I don't like it.
Yeah, her favorite part is when they get whipped.
No. FYI, I am not racist. My husband's half black. Let's not go down that road.
Only half, so you can tell him what to do.
Yeah. Would you be like that white girl that's in life that likes to mess with the black prisoners, and then they'd be like, "There's my baby. I'd be that little boy, baby."
I've never seen that movie.
Oh. You are
that's the end of the podcast. Thank you, guys.
I think I've seen a skip on it because Eddie Murphy's in it, right?
Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, I've seen something on Instagram because the white dad is like carrying the child around, trying to figure out who's the dad, but I've never actually.
Right, pick your movie.
Baby.
Pick your movie, Grizz. I've got a couple actors: Viola Davis, Christian Bale, and then give me one from one of the movies you think it is.
Oh shit. Let's go with Viola Davis is a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Let's go. Alexander Skarsgård. All right. Does this movie have Viola Davis, Christian Bale, or Alexander Skarsgård in it?
No.
Have we gotten a yes yet?
That's 15.
Yeah, we got genre. Drama or fantasy.
Well, you got the year too.
Yeah.
What's none of those?
So you said it's not in the beginning 6 months, right? So it's got to be the
second half. Going back in time.
Never thought to ask that question, so it's interesting that you consider that a question.
It might be the hardest one, man. What about Pearl? Didn't Pearl come out that year? I said the line of X movies.
Yeah, those are pretty good. I liked them. At least I think I can.
It's A24.
Nice.
It's a horror drama. Are we even sure there's drama though, bro?
Drama for your baby mama. Right, what about?
We already getting these Men Called Otto. It came out. I heard that was a sad movie right there.
Oh, well, what about Brad Pitt, Anya Taylor-Joy,
Mia Goth?
You said Mia Goth? No, that's 16.
What about Daniel Craig,
Brendan Fraser,
Tom Hanks, or Harry Styles?
No.
That's a lot of movies, bro.
17.
No sci-fi. That one's a period piece. But there's no Viola Davis, no Christian Bale, no sci-fi.
No Brad Pitt.
No Brad Pitt.
No Christian Bale. Alexander Skarsgård. Anya Taylor-Joy. Mia Goth. Daniel Craig. Brendan Fraser. Tom Hanks. Harry Styles. All I know.
Did we ask if it's a horror movie?
We didn't.
All right. Is this a horror movie?
No. 18.
Got a lot of no's, bro.
2 questions.
This movie don't even fucking exist, bro.
2 questions and a guess left.
Well, we ain't got shit, bro. So I'll just go and ask some shit and get it over with. Because this is going to be one of them bullshits you pulled out, the King of Scotland type bullshit.
Well, my guy at least had an A-lister in there. I had what's his name with the I?
See? A-lister my ass. You don't even know his name.
I know it, man. The fucking I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of actors got out.
With like the half eye thing.
Squinting?
Forrest Whitaker.
Squinting.
He's squinting right now.
Yeah, I got Forrest Whitaker. He was in that movie.
Listen, he ain't been popular since
90s, right? A-list 90s, motherfucker. He was A-lister in the fucking 90s.
Yeah, dig it.
So I say, let's ask that question. That make sure that it's drama or fantasy. And then just...
You think it's where it went wrong, the first question? Is this a drama movie?
Yes.
Still don't help.
Yeah, it don't help.
19. You got one question left.
Hold on. All right. So it said no Daniel Craig, right?
Correct.
So Glass Onion's out. Hello, Darling's out.
What's that? Death on the Nile?
Death on the Nile. Death on the Nile. That's a murder mystery. It's a murder mystery. There's a change and no one's here. All right, what about Idris Elba? Babylon's out.
This is your last question, by the way, before you get a guess.
Anna Kendrick.
Did you do Austin Butler?
Austin Butler or Daisy Edgar Jones?
Yes. That is your final question. So you have a guess.
You are the husband, so I leave it up to you.
They gave up.
My psychic energy. Is this movie where the crawdads sing?
Motherfucker, yes. Are you
got it.
That is some bullshit. Some motherfucking bullshit.
God. Mine was 1,000 years along. That's what I was thinking about.
Some bullshit. Okay, so it's a drama, mystery, romance thriller.
Holy shit.
It's based off a book that I have read.
I asked if it was about a book, bro.
Yes, you did.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so it's abandoned by her family. Kaya Clark, otherwise known to the townspeople of Barkley Cove as the Marsh Girl, is mysterious and wild. Where the Crawdads Sing is a coming-of-age story of a young girl raised by the marshlands of the South in the 1950s. When the town hotshot is found dead and explicitly linked to Kaya, the Marsh Girl is the prime suspect in this case, or in the murder's case. Which this is done by Delilah Owens. She's normally does a whole bunch of research books, so this is her first actual novel. I was actually pretty impressed. I watched this the first time, and I've been wanting to rewatch it because I was kind of super busy at the time that I was watching it, so I wasn't really paying attention. But that's some bullshit that you went 20 fucking questions, had nothing to do with this whatsoever, and then you fucking get it.
Listen, bro.
That is some bullshit.
Psychic power is real.
Some bullshit.
Well, that is
some fucking bullshit.
What is a turnaround? Okay, that is a turnaround win right there.
Fucking bullshit.
And that is going to be it for us at We Real Reels.
I thought we were talking about our personal lives.
Be on the lookout for our next movie for February, Dinner for Schmucks.
Yay.
You schmucks.
That was Jennifer.
But that's going to be it for us. All right, guys. Koala.
Bye.
Grizzly.
Yeah, over here.
Keep on reeling.